Time for a stealth mission. Infiltrating Zect Arms. Wait, I want to talk to the guy in front. He has new dialogue. Say the word. Begin the operation. Alright, gang. Let's get this infiltration mission underway. You will not do the Merchen Garden unless we have to. At least until we get to the second party. Huh? What's wrong? See something? Nah, just some condensation on the camera lens. I'll report to the chief developer next chance we get. Okay, looks like this is the spot. Wow, I didn't expect this floor plan to be so thorough. It even shows where all the air ducts lead. It appears to be a copy from the police's internal investigation, with some additional updated details for good measure. According to this, the security system is being monitored from an office on the 3rd floor. The server room we'll want to access is likely underground, but after all the renovations they made, the specifics are unclear. So they've got 2 goals here: knock out the security and scope out a route to the basement. Speed's the name of the game here. Maybe we can give those new functions you mentioned a trial run, Catcher. Oh, you mean the ones I installed on Theo? Yeah, I'll bet they can help get the job done. Same goes for our notorious Phantom Thief here. Fair enough, there's no backing down now that Granny spurred me on. Oh, it's even arranged in squares for our stealthing pleasure.
Okay, let's have a look-see. Figures. This place is locked down tight. Too bad they didn't account for yours truly.
Impressive. Wall running.
That's odd. I feel so sleepy all of a sudden.
Now to take that security system offline. All clear on my end. How's it going over there, Katra?
I didn't realize that the mask was so loose on her base.
Making progress. Hang tight for now. The air duct I sent Theo through has more sensors than I anticipated. Seems a little cramped in there. Can you manage, Theo?
Yes, Katra. It should be traversable in auto mode.
Roger that. I'll let you take the wheel then.
And by you mean me. Controlling Theo, use lesser control Theo. Right trigger to go up, left trigger to go down. Adorable. What is the, trying to find the right word here. What is the practical purpose for having these be like this? The answer, there isn't. Gameplay.
Underground sector confirmed. Infiltration route identified.
Nice, got her in. And we do. Theo managed to secure just enough space for a human to pass through. Great work. I'll rendezvous with you in the basement. See you there. No time to waste. Let's roll out. About that, man, there's one more issue. Alright. Bit of a tough climb for you, ain't it? So, you want to go piggyback or princess carry? Very funny. Now make like a stool and get on all fours. With Van and Zeros' help, Ketra was able to reach a duct and get inside. They then worked their way through the route Theo mapped out, arriving safely below ground. Ooh. Bassy. Here we are. Looks like some kind of research and manufacturing zone. Yeah, you can tell it's been heavily renovated. We need to watch our step. It seems our automated security systems are still online. That's sure a sign as anywhere in the right place. Ah, Judith, nice work earlier. Did you check the other floors just in case? Hey, stick with Grimcat, remember? Anyway, I did a lap through the air ducts, but none of the rooms up there fit what we're looking for. In that case, the server room we're after must be somewhere ahead. Almata probably built this place as a hideaway. Chances are, Sectarms are helping themselves to it. Right, and their main terminal should contain a full catalog of this branch's records. Enough twiddling our thumbs then. It's time to get the show on the road. Okay. Lead the way, Grimcat.
I'll show you all what the Phantom Thief Grimcat is made of.
You sure are fired up about this.
I think she's just terrified of getting an earful from the old Grimcat if she screws this up.
Let's get in there and win one for the team. Okay?
Commence your battle. Proceed with caution.
Time to close in!
Really capable of.
Snooze, you lose.
What do we got?
Can't hide anything from us.
Reisenborg
Use a
Ma,
sharp
Dope
move to
Seeker.
get the upper hand.
Pressure him and move
Activate skill.
Red Ant Boost. Oopsies. Oh, didn't even need to.
Huh? You picked the wrong guy to fight.
Nice going, Dan.
Find the bathrooms. No, these are elevators.
Marduk
boys?
security robots? Wait, no. Something different about them.
I think these were made by Zek Arms. But they look like rip-offs of the Society's aquariums.
In other words, they have zero integrity. But copying those had to have taken some skill.
Getting engaged. Brace yourself.
It is hard to hear when the combat is so loud.
Nice! That went great.
You did great, Van.
Show them what you're really capable of. Combat over. Processing data. Now, hit him with charge.
Your turn, Judith!
Initiating skill.
I don't remember if Employee of the Month is a thing or not here, but I guess I'll try to make Judith Employee of the Month.
I didn't even break a sweat.
Had to be the star of the show.
Keep your distance as you're attacking.
Time to close in. Come on! The Splints is set all in. Activate shards. Judith! Initiating skill. Boost gauge expanded.
Patrick, your turn.
Yeah!
Have some more.
Van!
Get it.
Oh, still hits.
That's
Of course.
Yeah!
He's blinded and can still land his shots.
Activating skill.
You'll be sorry.
Initiating skill.
Gauge charging. Good and done.
I can do even better.
I detect treasure. I leveled up.
The hacking chest. Security level 1.
Leave it to me.
Should be nice and easy considering I beat the
This
trials.
is kid stuff. I bypassed the security, conducting search. Conducting search. Conducting search.
Which way does it go? He just goes back. Alright.
Conducting search. This is kid stuff. I bypassed the secure. Time's almost up. I made it. This thing's as good as a...
Alter aim, hollow core. SP get. A little bit weird how you get 2 SP for that, but
Shifting to maintenance mode. Modifying your ornament, are you?
alter aim, alter vine. What do we have? Arts range, move increased. Like, none of these are amazing yet, I feel like. Critical damage 14. This one's better.
Holocore Vine is now online.
Treasure.
Let's get to work.
Got an artifact ready to go.
Time for a beat.
Huh. I accidentally turned off the sound effect for that one. Celestial Balm. Ooh.
Get to work.
Got soldiers. Just hitting that button while we're
That's
fighting.
all clear.
Displaying information.
Tech armed soldier,
A boost
gun
would
and
work.
sword.
Now we have it. Activating skill. Boost gauge limit broken.
Forgive me.
Finish him, Van.
No way.
Huh? You picked the wrong guy to fight.
You did great, Van. I detect treasure.
Break 2. Can't get a lot of level 2 ones, so not bad.
Your turn to attack ready. Boost gauge fully replenished.
Close in. There. I'm all in. Finish the job. Judith.
Activating skill. Boost gauge limit broken.
I'm not a star
Looks
for
like
nothing.
some kind
Had
of
to be the
laboratory.
star of the show.
I'm curious
Hey,
about what's
Judith.
inside, but I doubt the main terminal's in there. We found our way forward.
Looks like a chest.
Ooh. Good find. Always like when I get a bunch of Sepith.
Look out for ranged attacks.
Enemy sight. Be careful. Let's get to work.
We got an artifact ready to go.
Come on. Time for a beat. It's lit. We can get the job if we act
That's a lot of enemies. Activating skill.
Did I get the stun guy?
Your move.
Nice.
After your turn.
And it did not deal as much as I hoped.
Now's your chance to boost.
Go, Petra. Optical cannon. Chance.
Activate skill.
Forget it. You'll be sorry.
Activating skill.
Sucker.
Dispatching shield.
Here's low.
My move now. There. Our chance.
Now's your chance to boost.
We need help. Judith.
Activating skill.
Bring it on.
Activate skill.
More. Our chance. Judith.
Activating skill.
Sucker.
I'm not a star for nothing.
A 5-star
I
performance,
smell
Judith.
treasure.
Right over there. Hit 2. Actual good find.
Modifying your ornament, are you?
This looks like a good spot to rest.
Oh, we can access the Merchant Garden here.
Just what I needed.
Do I just buy the rest of them now? The answer is yes. Because I have no self-control. Driver spot.
Just what I needed.
Is there anything that we really need to buy? I don't think so. I think we're good to just run inside and get blasted by whatever's over there. Whatever boss fight is in this arena. It's probably a giant archaism. So, this is the main terminal. Looks awfully extensive. Even more so than I expected. Might just rival the one we have back at the Institute. They need an incredibly talented engineer on staff to get use of any of it, though. Clock's ticking. Ready to do your thing, Catra? I'll get right on it. Pio, Zeros, back me up. Understood. Rough. I'm in. Wait, what's this? I can't read glyphs. Looks like a list of custom-made armaments not found in their official lineup. There's some recent orders on here from a certain mafia boss for a needle gun and mechanized gauntlets. I think we can guess who those went to. Specs weren't just about raising lethality either. These things were developed to be as excruciating for the victim as possible. The results were of exceptional interest and elevated our company's weapons engineering to new heights. That's despicable. So what if Almata's the one who asked for it? He definitely crossed the line. Criminal activity is one thing, but this is on another level entirely. Same applies to their experiments on giving monsters the ability to use shard skills. And here's a report from the unit that participated in the death game in Aracion. I knew there had to be more to that. Turns out their true aim was to test data on the nuclear weapon. This place was purchased about 2 months ago. They must have been hoping for more information on that front. After closing the deal, we inspected every nook and cranny of the interior and scrutinized each speck of dust. What a filthy peck of hyenas! I'll tell you one thing. These guys wouldn't think twice about abducting a kid in broad daylight. Any intel on that front, Catra? Give me a moment to check. Got a hit. Hold on, this is...
Well, what have we here? A couple of prying rodents? And a bona fide cat burglar to boot. Oh, you'll make an excellent specimen. What was it you called yourself again? Grim Cat?
Elegy of the Shady.
I don't know what you're doing with that Spriggan from Edith, but it won't matter after I have you stripped of that skimpy outfit and plastered all over the morning news.
Ugh! What's with this creep?
I'm guessing she's the one who runs this place.
Sect Arms Chief Developer Rosalie.
Correct. I am Rosalie, head of development at Zect Arms. A pleasure to meet you odious little problem solvers in the flesh. You've hampered our efforts more times than I can count. But even still, it's lovely of you to drop in and visit.
Thanks for having us. Best field trip I've taken in a while.
We've already documented the numerous criminal acts and ethical violations committed by your company.
And we'll see to it that you pay the price for them. Better get your affairs in order.
Oh, it seems you're unacquainted with our code of conduct. I suppose we'll just have to beat it into you.
Okay.
Zect Arms Corporate Policy, Paragraph 4. Submit yourself, mind, body, and soul to Madame Rosalie's research. As it happens, we have some new products we're preparing to launch. Your contribution as guinea pigs is greatly appreciated.
Big robots.
Power trip doesn't even begin to describe this.
Exert all one's strength.
Ain't the time to be making quips, Judith. Keep your head in the game.
We're more than a match for scum like them. Theo, Zeros, prepare for combat.
Hold it. That's a lot of enemies.
Yeah, we can handle it.
Begin a combat test. We're here to take out the trash.
You can't hide anything from us. Use a shard boost to
Hungry
get the
bug.
upper hand.
First things
Could be our
first.
next experiment. Here goes.
Activating skill.
We haven't seen it in a second.
Vandalize, ready!
Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
Now we just need Van to get hurt.
Engaging shield.
Now or never.
Pull out all the stops.
Activate skill. Criminal. You.
You're dead.
Our chance! Theo, we need help!
Oh yeah, the recast shit thing. Oh, shit.
Now or
All
never.
right, we'll steal the crit turn.
Ready
This
to
should, at the
roll.
very least,
Activating skill.
take out the two grunts.
Boost gauge limit broken.
All right.
Your way, chief developer. Like hell you are. Bring it on.
Oh, this was not that bad
It's
at all.
go time.
Keep your guard up.
Give them your
It's
all.
over. You're crushed. Go, Ketra.
Lapis code. Activate!
Deploying shield.
You'll be sorry.
Attacking the one guy without a shield. Hello.
Have some more.
Van!
Activating
Here's a little
skill.
more!
Not too bad at all.
How can this be? The numbers were in our favor in every conceivable way. Did I miscalculate our firepower? No. These simpletons are at fault for using my weapons suboptimally.
We weren't about to lose to someone who treats human beings like objects.
What he said. You've got no business playing with people's lives.
Now give it up. You're through.
Oh, don't worry, there's a phase 2.
Well, aren't we pleased with ourselves? Sorry to say, I always come equipped with a backup plan!
What the?
We have a new form of toxic gas in the works. Sadly, there's only enough antidote for one person.
Oh,
And this button here?
are we getting dead-ended?
A single press and this entire floor will be fumigated. So long, you feculent fools! Have fun writhing in hellish agony.
I'll have Theo intercept her.
Wow. I can get over there faster.
If you're talking about all those hazmats lying around, we already trashed them on the way.
That is to say, they've either been torched or frozen. Anything more would have been a hassle.
They've been what?
Monsters.
What are they doing here?
Well, that was hardly satisfying. Though I suppose we shouldn't expect much more from mere lackeys.
It can't be. The church? Here?
Well, if it ain't our two knights in shining armor, the hell brings them around?
The Gralsritter. They came to Calvert during that mess with Almata last year.
What's up, Celis? Celis? I don't remember which. And Leon Balthazar.
How do you do, everyone? It's been some time. And a special hello to you, Van. That beastly look-alike of yours nearly had you marked for a manhunt.
Nothing gets past you guys. But that ain't what you're here about, is it?
Had you quaking there for a bit, huh, Master's pet? You're right, though. We just had a little errand to take care of in the area. Speaking of which, how's about you give us the lowdown on Almata's legacy?
Oh, so that's what you're after.
It seems we're all on the same page.
So the Gralsritter managed to sniff us out too. Even Ouroboros' enforcers would struggle to keep up with their stigmas. Oh, they're monsters in every sense of the word. They'd be the specimens of the century. If I only had the means to capture them.
He only cares about experimentation.
I hate to resort to this, but I'm in no position to be picky. You might want to brace yourselves, ladies and gentlemen.
Say what?
Oh? Still have some fight in you, do we?
A hidden passageway? I can't believe we let that happen.
Dumbfounded.
Poindexter's one crafty bastard. Get your ass out here, you little shit!
That door looks sturdy as anything. I doubt it'll budge.
Right you are! This beauty is made out of a specially crafted super alloy developed by the Society. It'll take a good long while before even you can brute force your way through. By then, I'll have reactivated the security system, deployed our entire arsenal, and...
Well, she may have slipped away this time, but there's more than one way to serve her just desserts.
Shall we clear out their files before heading out? We already have all the copies we need.
Good call. It'd be a disservice to the world just leaving them behind.
Huh? What are you guys yammering on about?
Oh, I see. There's no shortage of incriminating evidence in here. This is particularly inhumane, even in the eyes of...
Just goading her.
Just a minute. What are you doing with my servers? Listen here. That research data is the heart and soul of our company. Peruse it at your leisure. All I ask is that you be delicate.
Oh, look at this. Their servers at headquarters are pulling backups from this branch via the Orbalnet. We may as well delete them too while we're at it.
Didn't realize you were familiar with the Kitty Engine's admin mode, Katra.
Reset gave me a crash course. Ren and Essie offered some pointers during last year's incident too. The servers at Zekdarm's headquarters will be secure, but I should be able to make do with the same software from way back when. Theo, initiate automated hacking.
Understood, Katra.
Looks like you've got it all taken care of.
Wow, this kid really knows his stuff. I guess if they give you an ARG, you might as well go the whole selge.
It's not as if our little malefactor will raise a hand to stop you, now that she's cut and run.
Now hold on a moment! Our blood, sweat, and tears went into putting those together! Oh, all the research we stole! All the back alley lowlives we experimented on! Surely, this is only a bluff, huh? You'd never do something so hasty as...
Oh, they 100% would.
First firewall bypassed. Commencing hacking on second firewall. Analyzing security protocols. 3%, 6%, 10%.
Let's reroute some additional power from this terminal. Kitty Engine, engage. Take no prisoners.
My hard work! 6 years of my life! All for nothing! Stop! Please! Leave my precious data alone!
Zekdarm's headquarters experienced a major server crash that day, losing a considerable amount of data in the process. A packet of evidence attesting to their illegal activities was then delivered to both the police and the Bracer Guild. Although Rosalie, their chief developer, managed to escape, the company itself had been dealt a critical blow. Your company's dirty little secrets are all mine now. Mission accomplished. The following morning, police got a card from Grimcat 2. Now let us investigate the premises. I'm sorry, but all the doors to the building are locked. None of the staff have shown up either, so I'm afraid my hands are tied. Sneaky bastards. Fine, I'll just get a warrant and force my way in. Well, we finally got the intel we need to make some headway. You sure you don't mind throwing your lot in with us again? Yeah, it's cool. You guys beat us to the punch anyway. Didn't realize your crew was gunning after the legacy too, though. It's not so much that we want it for ourselves. We're more keen on what it actually is. Right now, it feels like it could be anything. A stash of Mira, drugs, heavy weapons. Frankly, nothing is off the table. That's all more reason to verify what we're dealing with. It seems we share a general understanding then. Our goal in essence is to assess the situation, determine whether this legacy is an artifact, and in the case that it is, recover it. So long as that goal remains unimpeded, whatever you do is of no import to us. No reason we can't join forces then, at least until we actually find the thing. Artifacts mean jack to us anyway, so yeah, you scratch our back, we'll scratch yours. Now that we've settled that, let's cut to the chase. I've been sifting through the files from Zekdarm's server, and so far this is the best lead I've got. Robin Glasgow. Must be a report on Lucas Pops. Right. Evidently they were investigating him in great detail. As for why, well, see for yourself. Robin Glasgow, 43, male, born to and raised by an impoverished family in Messeldom. Robin spent his teenage years doing lackey work before eventually becoming an errand boy to a prolific drug dealer. In the year of 1182, he joined up with Almata, a newly formed mafia organization where he would then be placed in charge of procurement and logistics. Evidence points to Almata's executives maintaining direct contact with Robin after establishing their base of operations. Despite his low rank, Robin avoided the purge followed by the unseating of Almata's original leader by Gerard Dantes. It is believed that he earned a place of trust as a long-standing veteran within the organization. Robin's family remains unaware of his true occupation, as even his wife is fully convinced that he works as a day laborer. With almost the entirety of Almata's membership exposed, he's presently considered the last of their members still at large. I didn't realize we were dealing with someone so close to the Mafia's core. That explains why Zekdarms is on the hunt for him. He's one of Almata's last dangling threads. Supply specialist on top of that. And who's got the dirt on the legacy? It's this guy. The quickest way to get it is to smoke him out and grill him. Zekdarms had that same thought, I imagine. There's also another report in here that caught my eye. Our comprehensive analysis has led us to something known as the Crimson Fragment, a component that Almata referred to as the final key. From what we can gather, this Crimson Fragment is part of Almata's legacy, and there is a strong possibility that Robin Glasgow is currently in possession of it. Its moniker suggests that it may be an artifact, but Chief Developer Rosalie seems to have other ideas. So my thought is to do with the trench coat, who is the Crimson Grendel. Yeah, that's the dude's dad. The Crimson Fragment. They call it the final key? Born for this report, I think it was made up. Oh yeah, this thing's the real deal. With a name like that, it's got artifact written all over it. The likelihood is high to be sure. But suppose their hypothesis holds water and this Robin Glasgow truly did make off with it. What are the odds of him sticking around in Messeldom? It's certainly plausible that he fled for good. But at the same time, he has roots here, and concealment seems to be a forte of his. Don't forget Zekdarms either. They've been skulking in and around town, probing every place they can think of. Maybe he couldn't bear to leave his family behind? That'd line up with Lucas' story, but something about this is nagging at me. Long story short, our next step is to track this man down. It'll be tricky though with how long he's dodged the guild and the police. Who as that may be, Zekdarms did keep tabs on the spots they knew he frequented. There must be a safe house or hidden passage somewhere around one of them. They wouldn't have been combing their way through the city otherwise. Nice find, Catra. That'll save us some effort. Park Heights, Mistledom Chapel, Stowe & Co., Laka Bathhouse, Exeter Cinemas, North Sea Hotel, Club Barracuda, Lighthouse No. 1 at Mistledom Port, Warehouse District by Wharf No. 3, all canals and other watercourses, all pass between any of the above. Sheesh, make it longer, why don't they? They sure didn't narrow it down. Taking these off one by one will take forever and a half. Sigh. Nothing for it. We're obligated to lend our aid. Oh, but you needn't strain yourselves, Celise. Clairvoyance isn't exactly your strong suit, after all. Hey, I can do it no problem when the chips are down. Still, you do have more patience than me, so fine, I'll let you field that part. You're talking about the power you pulled out during last year's incident, right? Are you sure that'll come in handy here? Well, strictly speaking, its intended use is detecting spiritual presences. However, it should prove sufficient for identifying hidden rooms or passageways. That's one nifty little trick. It sounds similar to a shard search, only on a much broader scale. We can make use of Theo and Zeros' scanners too. Let's split up and see what we uncover. So they'll investigate the areas that cannot be searched in the current area. Maybe. Since Leo's Turbines could cover more ground, he and Celise opted to focus on the larger structures. In the meantime, Band and Company branched out, inspecting a wide variety of locations with the help of Theo and Zeros. Eventually, I don't see nothing, but it is snowing. We're down to our final candidate. That'd be Club Barracuda over in the back streets. Oh yeah, the one that's underground. Funny, didn't pick up on any hidden routes there yesterday. Hey, if it was that easy, it wouldn't be hidden. Oh, come on, let's get in there and scope the place out. We may want to ensure we're prepared first now that our search is nearing a close. Good idea. If something does turn up, we could be in there for a while. Actually, if it's okay with you guys, can we go see how the shoe's coming along? Scotty was running off on another one of his wild tangents yesterday evening, so I want to check if things are going smoothly for Nina and the others. I'm a little curious myself. He did assist with the production in a way. Works for me. Let's swing by for a bit before heading down to the club.
Oh, look! Snow.
She's part of the
Suppose
party.
we're in for a cold front then. Hope it doesn't start to accumulate too much.
I, for one, happen to find the snow to be quite pleasant.
Yeah, I guess it ain't so bad.
They both are. That smile. It almost feels like two completely different artists, even though it's probably the same person. The fourth dominion of the Zethian Church's Grouse Rider branch. She wields a Templar sword that's almost as tall as she is, crushing her foes with reckless assaults. We've never seen her crash because we never actually fought her before, so... Biama Midgard summons forth a giant flame serpent that burns enemy to cinders. Grand Serpent uses a swarm of burning blades to cut down all foes in its path. Zerda's Judgment decimates foes with a sword enveloped in flame. Ogun Orisha uses the power of fire to strengthen the user and attack foes. Neat. And then his. The 11th Dominion of the Septian Church's Grouselitter branch. He fights with a Templar sword modeled after a rapier and pierces his foes' vitals with expert precision. You can see the little slits in his sword where it separates. Nilfheim summons a permafrost that freezes all foes. Rigid Pain uses a swarm of frozen blades to cut down all foes in its path. Gelicide, or Gelicide, I don't know. Creates a thin blade of ice that tears frozen foes asunder. Lucaris Radiata. Radiata, probably. Red-tinted ice blades that destroy all foes in their path. Reed's Deathblow. All of his stuff causes bleed. All of her stuff causes burn. Of course. There we go. Interesting party. Oh, we got another 4SPG up. And another set of people to talk to. The 4SPG on the bulletin board. Our friend gone missing. Help, it's been forever since we've seen our friend. Meet us at church and we'll tell you the rest. Oh, is Jed missing? Like there's more. Monster at the Mesodim branch. At some point during yesterday's chaos, an experiment was released somewhere in the Zekdarm's branch office's basement level, specifically the server room. Clean up before the police move in. DL. Monster extermination quest. Looks like it's in the Zekdarm's building too. The client's initials are DL. Do you think it's gotta be Grammy. Heir to the Phantom Thief name, keep distractions in your surroundings to a minimum. Basically, she's telling me I wasn't thorough enough. I see. Guess we can sneak our way back in when we get some free time.
I'm really looking forward to the film festival.
Can we see another movie? Director Gotti and the cast have been out there filming since early morning. Seeing them pour their passion into every take from up close has me twice as excited for the finished product. There's so many movies coming out this year that I want to watch, but the ones that top my list are none other than the pile of Director Gotti's working on right this moment. No way I have time to catch a movie. Need to get going ASAP. Aw. As I'm sure you know, Salvatore Gotti is currently shooting for a collaborative work with Leslie Lamb. It said director Lamb will soon be traveling to a far-flung location to film his share of the scenes. Apparently, Miss Nina Fenley will be accompanying him until that time. Will be accompanying him at that time. I can hardly wait to see how the finished product turns out.
Thank you for your visit today.
Oh, sleepy. Staying at the theater till the sun comes up will do that, though. What I don't understand is how you still have so much energy, Miss Coconut. My first movie night forever! Cafes galore, this is exactly what I've been needing. Miss Coconut, I hate to bring this up again, but what made you so set on gathering material for an underground arc? Early Legends is a comic about passion and taking the high road. It doesn't have anything to do with society's dark side. No, that's not true at all. You see, right, I was gonna have an evil shadow version of Akira emerge from inside him. After that, Akira loses his memory and watches up on the outskirts of the criminal world. Miss Coconut, what an incredible twist! Your imagination knows no bounds. Please forgive me for doubting your superior mind. I'll consider it. Doesn't take much to fool him, huh? You know what? I'm tired of drawing all these characters. Maybe it's time to retire them. What? Akira has forgotten both friends and foes alike. From now on, his sole companion will be a new addition to the cast, Kichi the dog. What? Drawing battle scenes is such a drag, too. I'll just turn it all into a card game instead. What?
Why not buy a souvenir to remember your visit?
If this keeps up, I'll just land right back into the same hell as before. Nothing but drafting and drawing around the clock. I gotta figure out a way to talk Cronin into loosening my collar.
Thank you for your visit today.
Out of all the films releasing soon, I got the highest hopes for My Casablanca. I hear it's a masterclass in subtly portraying conflict and emotional drifting between two young ladies.
And enjoy the film.
Can we go down here? Can't remember. No. No point traveling to the other parts of town. I'll talk to him. Initiate the side quest. We're looking for a Tony and Mina that put out a request for us. That you two? From Arcade Solutions, we got your 4SPG. Oh, you really showed up. See, I told you it would work. Do you mind if we explain our request? Sure, I'm all ears. Okay, well the thing is, there's this boy who goes to Sunday school with us. His name's Jed, and he can be a little rough around the edges sometimes. He skips school a bunch and gets into fights with other kids. Definitely sounds like a handful. Yeah, he really is, and no matter how many times the adults yell at him, he never listens. But none of that stuff means he's a bad person, you know? He just has a hard time expressing himself. Anyway, the problem is that Jed's... Well, 3 days ago he stopped coming to school, and we haven't really seen him since. Stopped coming without saying a word to anybody? That's what we think, anyway. I know he's got a lot of stuff going on at home, but his dad hasn't reached out to anyone either. And maybe he really is just skipping school. I don't think so. See, Jen might not like most things, but he does like me and Tony. That's why whenever he skips classes, he'll still come out to play with us. But it's been 3 whole days since we've seen him. There's gotta be something wrong. I see. Can't believe you're being worried, honestly. Oh, right, the teachers have also been acting pretty weird lately. I think they've been talking about Jed. But whenever we ask about what they're talking about, they just say it's grown-up business and that we don't need to worry about it. Why do they even say that to us? Jed's our friend. Anyway, that's why we decided to come to you for help. Can you please figure out what's going on with Jed? Look, I get that you really care about this kid, but I'm not so sure this is a job for a Spriggan. You seriously about to turn down a little kid? Ark cried. What a shame. This seemed like a wonderful opportunity to witness a Spriggan in action for once. Come on, Van. I get that this probably falls more into the guild's bucket, but I'm worried about their friend too. Well, no pressure, right? It really isn't the kind of job I normally take, but it sounds like I'll have my hands full if I don't. Guess there's nothing to it but to do it. We'll take your request. Not sure if it'll be any help, though. Awesome! Thank you so much. We'll start by talking to your Sunday school teachers first. Sounds like they know a thing or two about what happened to Jed. Yeah, I think they were having a meeting about him earlier. Father Krenz and Sister Olga are inside the chapel right now. If you find out anything, let us know as soon as possible. Will do.
Time to go solve some problems.
Friend Gone Missing started. I know this is grown-up business, but Jed's my friend, and he's important to me. So, can you please find out what's going on with him for us, please?
Let's go!
Let's do it!
Okay.
This is the first time Jed hasn't shown up 3 days in a row. Trouble likes to follow him around, and he's probably got a lot happening at home, so... I just hope everything's okay with him. I didn't check one thing about our new party members. Nothing is stopping me from re-equipping them with other stuff. I'm gonna guess that just means they're gonna be possible allies to show up in the Merchant Garden. So we'll just slap some random stuff on them. So, you two are from the Congregation for the Sacraments. I was present for your investigation immediately following Almata's demise. For you to be here again must mean that circumstances have taken a turn once more. Might there be a new threat poised to beset us? If so, then I can only leave it to you. While I do have my position in the Congregation for Divine Worship to consider, it also not wish for us to be at odds in such times as these. I had the same thought last year, but you being so quick on the uptake saves us a lot of trouble, Father. We shall avail ourselves of your blessing and act freely in that case. I feel like you would have another line of dialogue. Nope. So. We don't have any proof, Olga. We can simply do nothing. I'm going to the police station to file a report. Sorry to interrupt, but we were wondering if we could ask you a few questions. Oh, yes, of course. What seems to be the problem? Well, you see, I'm a Spriggan who just got a request from a couple of kids that go to Sunday school here. They want us to look into where their friend Jed is. They're worried about him. It must have been Tony and Mina. They ask about him every chance they can get. I'm surprised they tried to hire a Spriggan, though. I mean, no offense, but you should really let the church handle something like this. I'm not sure how comfortable I feel sharing information on one of our children with a complete stranger. That's about the reaction I expected, honestly. It's way harder to do this sort of thing in Messeldom than it is in the capital, huh? I mean, practically everyone knows your face back home. I'll vouch for them. They may not look it, but they're actually pretty trustworthy. Although, given Mr. Arthur's exceptionally dubious character, your reaction is understandable. Don't worry, if he does anything that would offend the goddess, we'll make sure he receives due punishment. You really have it out for me, huh? Those Rose, are you with the Congregation of for the Sacraments? Yeah, sorry for barging in on your conversation, but you were just saying something about filing a report? I'm gonna ask these guys for help first. I'm surprised that you place so much trust in them. Personally, I still have my reservations, but well, maybe this is Adios's will. So you'll let us handle it? Yes, we would be happy to have your assistance. First, let me explain. As you know, Jed hasn't been to school in 3 days, despite us trying to keep an eye on him. Having heard nothing from the boy, we made a trip to his house this morning to see what was going on. When we did, however, we were surprised to hear that he'd simply never come home in the first place. Sounds like things are worse than we thought, so he's completely missing then. Yes, and yet, Jed's father said he had no intention of notifying the authorities. His response to the matter was simply, "I'm sure he'll come back eventually." But after that, he also said something to the effect of, "He'll be sorry for putting me through all this." Sounds like he doesn't care at all about his son's safety. What a rough home. Yes, we believe it's possible Jed's being abused. We've witnessed his father get upset with him on several occasions. He occasionally comes to school with injuries as well. Kind you'd expect from fighting with other kids either. However, his father claims they're all Jed's doing. He says he gets them all playing because he's so competitive and quick to get into fights with other children. I know we just agreed to take this on, but maybe it's better if we leave this to the police. You think so too, then? I disagree. Yeah, going to the police is out of the question, for the moment at least. What are you talking about? The kid could be in serious trouble right now. Look, the cops are going to deal with this one of two ways. Either they send him back to his old man, or they place him in protective custody. Plus, if there's not enough evidence, or Jed and his father have conflicting stories, the investigations alone will take months. In other words, any potential resolution would be brought to a standstill. That would only serve to make things worse for Jed. I suppose that's true. That's why you should let us investigate first. I see what you mean. Didn't think you ever thought that far ahead. It's just, I get why some kids would want to run away from home. Been through my own share of stuff in the past, after all. Well, I'm riding your coattails on this one, but I agree with you. That said, you're welcome to put in a report with the police, but would you mind waiting a bit, at least until we've had a chance to do our thing? Yes, of course, we understand. I guess our first stop should be Jed's house then. It's the one right by the entrance to the back streets. Please, do whatever you can to help him. Sure, we'll go see what we can find. Double talk. I'm inclined to ask what it is that's brought the Congregation for the Sacraments to our city. But assuming you've already explained yourself to Father Rodian, I will prioritize this matter with Jed for now. Please, do what you can for him. His house is in the back streets by the port. I know I shouldn't say this, but his father can be a bit frightening. Please be careful, everyone. Alright. I say we go this way. Talk to everybody outside of, that area there, then circle back around that way. So, oh, it's a bracer. Wait a minute, isn't this the guy that was KO'd in Racian? He wasn't killed, but he was like knocked out. I see. Given the circumstances, it won't be long before the police raid the Zect Arms branch. The issue here is that Zect Arms was searching for something that Almata left behind. In which case, we have an obligation to follow up. Right. As any business guild left behind, or guild left unfinished, it's our responsibility to solve. It'll really give us an edge having you here to help Kirkheim. I don't deserve your acclaim. How about I couldn't even protect Ewan? Yeah, he was the guy. Having said that, the best way to ensure he can rest in peace is to put an end to Almata once and for all. This guy's the bracer from Aracian that Almata did a number on last year. It's great to see him back in the field. What's not so great, though, is that the bracers are starting to catch on. Better pick up the pace. There must be a reason why whatever the Mafia left behind hasn't surfaced after all this time. Chances are that someone had been keeping it hidden. Our task is to secure that individual. We'll put an end to Almata once and for all. I swear it on my name as a bracer.
Real.
Upper floor. Oh, you brought in a few new faces this time. Guess that means the work's only just beginning. What my guests are up to is their own business, but don't overdo it out there, alright? I'm not looking to get mixed in with something that'll keep me up at night. I can overlook the smaller details. Anything that'll keep me up at night, though, is a different story. This may be the worry ward in me talking, but don't get too carried away out there, alright? Mr. Butcher passed out drinking till dawn again. Get up already, would you? Don't you have a job to get to already? It's no use. I can't move. Just let me sleep it off some more. Well, not much we can do about him. If it weren't for me and Dad, he'd probably end up in a ditch somewhere. Crazy as it sounds, the two of us have dealt with this sort of thing so many times that it doesn't even bother me anymore. To be honest, I don't really mind getting mixed up with the people in Messeldom, even when it means having to play caretaker like this. I do want to travel in the near future, maybe wander around and train my skills the way my dad did. Whether I inherit this place or start my own, I'll probably end up settling back down in this city when all's said and done. It's no use, I feel like garbage. I'm gonna have to call in sick today. I'll swing by for another drink after I bounce back. I'm just gonna SP report real quick.
Gotta keep this up.
26. We need 4 more to get the next rank. Janan. Nor. Let's stay up a little longer. So our cars are playing candy to eat. Okay. Where'd her girlfriend go? Oh, they're probably fishing. They're by the lighthouse. Betting on it. Mr. Falenkov stopped by just a little while ago. He pointed out some aspects of my pieces that even I hadn't noticed before. Oh, that's new dialogue. Mr. Falenkov said he's seen handicrafts and techniques from every discipline under the sun. This allows them to spot the final details and see the values in places even the crafter themselves might not think of. Thanks to him, I should be able to reevaluate my skills with new eyes.
Allow me to assist.
Man, the church really is what's the word? Cheaping out on them. Not upgrading their ordnance. They're not even fully kitting them out. Altar Caribia and Altar Lore. What exactly is the altar? Don't we have regular Caribia? What can we do?
Hope to see you again. Allow me to assist.
It only shows up if there actually is new stuff.
Hope to see you again.
Gotta keep that in mind. Like, nobody is marked as new. What's up? Oh dear, perhaps I should leave the matter be for now. Apologies, my mind's been all over the place. But you'll be using our services today. The baths are nice and hot like always. Just let me know when you'd like to head in. Looks like she has a 4 SPG. But she didn't put one up. I knew it. They're fishing. Everything okay, Makino? You look pretty bushed. Yawn. It's because Shannon and I stayed up last night. She's still snoozing away in our room. I couldn't have woken her up with a jackhammer. Well, as long as they had a good time. Long trips like these are meant to be enjoyed. Fishing that fish after took everything out of us yesterday. I think we can afford to give ourselves a break. True, might be fun to just wander around town and take in the sights. I'm curious about that movie they're filming too. Maybe they won't care if we watch from a distance. Oh hey, Van. Hey Van. You guys are hard at work pretty early today. I don't remember seeing those two in the church. I don't remember seeing those two in the church clothes yesterday. You off to a costume party? Costume? I'm a full-on bona fide sister, brother. Off. It's kind of a long story. Fair enough. Anyway, here's something to help you unwind if you get a moment to spare. Aw, sweet. Thanks for the extra bait. This is fishing bait, right? Thank you very much. Doesn't look like Shannon's getting out of bed anytime soon. He was so excited to see how that movie shoot's coming along too. I'll try slapping her awake again once I'm all fished out, that is. But she's gonna miss out on all the fishing. And to think of it, most people would probably enjoy shopping and sightseeing more than fishing. Guess it makes us a couple old odd ducks, huh? I mean, you enjoy what you enjoy. Not everybody enjoys playing video games, yet here I am. Another day of good old-fashioned work ahead. People I deliver to are the type I'd never get a chance to talk with back when I was a street punk. That's what keeps this job fresh. Get as much out of it as I put in. Oh, we can check the graffiti. The graffiti she drew, seen in daylight like this, gives it a whole different punch. It's a fair bit more artistic than what I usually see. Whoever did this has style. Yeah, I like it. Homeless man just chilling here. I am the reincarnation of the great Aramis, and I say this city's a festering pile of shit. Oh, what's with this old dude? Come on, man, let's save ourselves the hassle and scram. No, hold on a second. I think I've seen this guy somewhere before. Isn't he the one of those finance magazines called The Real Estate Mogul of Messeldom way back when? Willingham or something? Real estate? Never heard of it. I live in a republic. Do you suppose he really was a wealthy realtor once? Beats me. That old man's passes between him and Adios now. Still, when people in high places fall, they tend to fall hard. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. And just who are you supposed to be? You look a bit like I wanted to force some from my dreams last night. Or maybe not. 104th Son.
Hey, wanna take a fishing break?
No. Been a long time since I last had a good client, let alone one worth using my body for. Even I got my pride after all. One doesn't climb this high up the nightlife ladder by having low standards. I make the call on which customers I accompany. That's just my style, I suppose. When you interact with this artwork? No. Sounds like we got a disturbance going down the way. First major one since those Almata goons left the scene. If folks start getting jumpy about this, my downer gummies can really clean up. Maybe I should stock up with some apple flavored ones and get ahead of the game. Almata's former headquarters appears to be frantic with police activity right now. Though the details are unknown to me, I'll stand ready to dust off my bouncer hat at a moment's notice. Protecting this establishment, after all, is one of the terms of my contract. Goodness me, we just had a member of the police department burst in and conduct a search. The gall. At once if there's numerous raids on our establishment turned anything up. Perhaps they have a bit too much free time on their hands. There have been arrests made among our clientele, I'll concede, but that in itself is no felony on our part. You know, he's got a point. He might be a scumbag who worked with Almata, but he's got a point. Ooh-wee, I went on such a wild spree that before I knew it, the sun was up. Better cook up an excuse for coming home so late. Oh wait, if I was here the whole night through... This place charges by the hour. I don't even want to see the bill. I'm scheduled to dance in the PM. Until then I can pretty much do whatever I want. Working at this club can be surprisingly cushy in that way, so I don't hate it, even with the owner being the way he is. That's why I turned Mistress down when she invited me to go stay with her and Edith. I just hope it didn't hurt her feelings. Sup, Barker? Hey, pal. You know a fella looking to blow off some steam? A gal looking for a night gig? Just send it my way. I'm gonna go with fine establishments of all kinds. Oh, we got one of these guys. There we go. Hold the phone! You there! Little Miss Carrot Top. What did you just call me? Oh dear, this won't end well. That toned petite frame, those chiseled facial features, that saucy look in your eyes. And you're with the church? Even better. A gal like yourself just screams low supply, high demand. Don't suppose I could talk you into a career change? Bastard, ogling me was bad enough, but pointing out all my insecurities, where the hell do you get off? I have those filthy lips one more time and I'll weld them shut. Maybe that'll burn off that round tumor you call a personality. This spitfire's making my blood curdle. Goodness me, she's yet to acclimate herself to such uncouth individuals as this. Simmer down now, Celise. Pay the man no mind. This little life sure is fearless, though. Even after clocking her as a woman of the cloche, he still tried to shoot a shot. Guess some fools really do rush in where angels fear to tread. I ain't about to let that little loss of composure get me down none. Guts are a must in this business. Whether you're soliciting middle-aged toughs to fill the clubs or delinquent girls to staff them. Yeah, I'm gonna check this side quest here now. Okay, this must be the place. Yeah, sounds like the dad's gonna be a real piece of work, though. Don't you think it'll be a little tough to get info from him? There's no way he won't be on guard with us. Yeah, I think it'd be best if we formed a plan first. You're actually starting to sound like a Spriggan. This is exactly what I've been looking forward to. Well, first we should make sure the ones doing the questioning are the least intimidating out of all of us. I got a voice recorder here too, just in case. And so, I got a job for Zeros. For Zeros? Well, I guess you don't mind as long as you actually have a plan. Yeah, I'll take care of it when the time comes. Now let's get the show on the road. You know, considering we're traveling together anyway, I figured we might as well help them out. How are we the least intimidating ones? He really thinks he can get away with pushing us around like this? Still, I do think he made the right call. We may as well resign ourselves to it and knock already. Men of the cloth versus a delinquent, a random techie kid, and some chick who looks like an actress. Leon knocked on the door to Jed's house. Damn it, I was just starting to get a buzz going. Ain't seen you around here before. You're with the church? If it's about my kid, I already covered it with the others. Pleased to meet you. We actually just started working with the church here in Vesseldom. We heard about Jed from the others. As his father, I'm sure you must be horribly distraught. So you see, we thought that perhaps we might be of some help. Yeah, that's right. We want to help look for Jed. Nah, don't bother yourself about it. I'm not sure if he's run away or what, but it's probably because I gave him a pretty harsh talking to a few days ago. Give him a day or two and he always comes back. Huh? This isn't the first time he's run away? I mean, 3 days is a bit of a first, but otherwise, no. Why do I have to sit here and answer all these dumb questions anyway? I wish I brought I was Dane never dropped him on me in the first place. I mean, all the kid ever does is mouth off. Doesn't clean, doesn't cook. If it weren't for the money I get for housing him, he wouldn't be worth spit to me. I'd be grateful he even has a roof over his head. Man, it's every bit as unpleasant as we were led to believe. I can't believe... Huh? Got something you want to say to me, Missy? He said, I can't believe what a lousy piece of shit you... My goodness, where are our manners? The sister here has a very peculiar tick, you see. Presents like verbal abuse on occasion. Huh. Seems like they're hanging on by a thread over there. Maybe it'll still work out. They did seem pretty unhappy about it. But choosing them was the right choice. He's less likely to be on guard with someone from the church. I mean, after the visit they had earlier, why wouldn't they send someone else over? Oh, would you look at that? I think they're wrapping up. Did the dog, like, sneak inside? And then sneak out? I see, so they're not actually blood-related. The only reason he's keeping them around is because of the welfare he gets from the government and the church. You old bastard. Things like that make me sick. I didn't see any signs of a child in the house anywhere. Given the way his father was acting, it's likely he hasn't been back since he left. On a separate note, I admire your incredible willingness to foist work onto others, Van. Really an admirable quality for a Spriggan. Yeah, sorry to throw you guys into the deep end like that. You're a big help. Alright, this next bit goes up to our Zyphas and Zeros. You're talking about the scent of the house you had Zeros pick up, right? We just need to have them compared against any other scents in the city using shard search. Think you can do that, Zeros? Good boy. Guess we're all set then. We'll take over from here. Guess you can let the clergy rest for a bit. Of course. Happy to oblige. Maybe this time we'll actually get to see you do something for once. We gotta go over there.
Seems like a good fishing spot.
Alright.
A pretty canal.
I'm getting a reading. You should investigate the area.
Rash. This seems to be where the trail ends. The fact that it led us to a trash can doesn't exactly fill me with relief, though. Yeah, talk about a bad omen. I guess a lead's a lead. Now, let's see what's inside. Right, here we go. That's all it was. Oh, thank the goddess. I was afraid we were gonna find a kid stuffed in there. Been watching too many thrillers, Judith. Though I was also starting to get a bit spooked. Let's see what's inside. Gold mop, scrub brush, and a large towel. Oh, then there's also what looks like an old worn-out set of kids' clothing in here. I assume Zeros must have picked up the scent from the clothes. I'm sure they're Jed's, but why are they thrown away? The items were gathered together pretty neatly. Doesn't feel like somebody trying to dispose of evidence. Maybe whoever threw this stuff out just wanted to get Jed into a change of clothes. They are pretty dirty. Probably wanted the kid to clean up a bit. You think someone's trying to take care of him? That seems like a pretty likely possibility. Oh, that's probably the bathhouse owner. Question is, who? We should be able to narrow it down based on the contents of the bag. Yeah, this doesn't really look like your typical family's trash. Probably came from one of the shops around here. In that case, maybe it was... bathhouse. The bathhouse. Whoever works there definitely knows where Jed is. Oh, that makes sense. The bathhouse would totally have all those items. Huh, you're right. Haven't even thought about it. I take that means we have our next stop, yes? Yeah, let's go see what they had to say. Hell yeah. The only reason I was able to make that guess was due to the owner's weird comments.
Like a good hot bath.
Excuse me, ma'am. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Oh, certainly. What would you like to know? You're not taking care of a child here by chance, are you? We're looking for a little boy named Jed. May I ask why you're looking for him? We spoke with a few people at the chapel who were worried about him. They haven't seen him for 3 days now. Yeah, and we promised we'd do whatever we could to find him. Is there any way we can convince you to trust us? No, it's alright. It's plain to see you're good folk. However, I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint you three. Jed just ran off a few minutes ago. The boy practically burst out the doors like his tail was on fire. Did something happen? Well, you see, maybe it's best I start from the beginning. If you don't mind. I've been worried about that boy for a while now. You see, his father's far from being a good man. Some time back, I even saw him push the kid to steal something from the souvenir store. Then 3 days ago, I noticed him wandering around all by himself at night. I called out to him and I noticed that his cheeks were swollen like he'd been beaten. I figured I would patch him up a bit. That's how he ended up staying here with you. Must mean you're the one who had him change into a different set of clothes. You knew about all that? Yes, that was me. I was lucky enough to have some clothes around his size that we usually reserve for customers. So I had him change into those and gave him a meal that'd be easy on his stomach. That's very kind of you, ma'am. That explains what he's been up to these last 3 days. Which leads us back to him running out of here a minute ago, right? He certainly seems to be feeling better. You see, I was thinking of asking him if he'd like to stay here permanently. You want to become his legal guardian. I'm impressed you'd be willing to take on that kind of responsibility. Well, my husband passed away and my only son is living elsewhere with his own family. I hardly know what to do with myself if I don't have someone to look after. And in the end, just wouldn't sit right with me if I sent him back to that awful father of his. You won't find any disagreements here. I was in the middle of asking him what he thought of me taking him in, but that's when he up and ran off. I'm sure he probably just needs some time to think it over. Well, I think you painted a pretty clear picture. Like Jed probably hasn't gone all too far either. Oh, I'm sure he's nearby. He's probably over by the lighthouse. I'm a bit worried about him catching a cold in this weather, though. If you don't mind, would you be willing to go check on him for me? Of course, it'd be no problem. Well, guess we're finally meeting Jed. Let's go.
Oh, nothing like a good hot bath.
Jed is over by the lighthouse, most likely. I'm sorry for the trouble. You mind going over and checking on for me? Yes. Let's go. There he is. Achoo. I sure got cold out here. What was that? Saw some weird flicker on my on the right side of my screen. Hey there, why the long face, kid? Who are you? It's none of your business. Actually, it's very much our business. We're planning to go take a bath over at the bathhouse, but the old lady at the counter was in a bit of a tizzy. We asked her if there was a problem, and she said she was worried about the little boy who ran out, that she couldn't focus on work. Huh? I didn't realize. So, are you this Jed she was talking about? If something's bothering you, why don't we talk about it? Otherwise, we might never get to take a dip in the baths. It's an interesting approach. Seems very well versed in dealing with kids, too. Thing is, that old lady asked me if I wanted to stay with her. She gave me these new clothes and fed me a ton of food. I didn't know what to think of it at first, but it was way better than anything I'd ever had at home. Sounds pretty great to me. Why not give it a try for a while? Give it a try? How do you expect me to do that, huh? If I did, it'd be like I was running away from my dad. This isn't a matter of pride, though. If he's treating you poorly, it's okay to run away, don't you think? That's the coward's way out, and I'm no coward. I never lost a fight. But this old lady, sure, she treats me like I'm her kid right now, but it's all just for show. She's gotta be just like my old man. She just wants me for the mirror. You really believe that? Yeah, of course I do. All grown-ups are just liars and phonies. You almost had me fooled, too. Now I came out here to cool my head. I came out here to cool your head, and that's your answer? You're an even bigger fool than I thought. He's got you so screwed up that you don't even know how to accept a little human decency. Hey, don't you think she's getting a little too harsh? Yeah, she's really laying into him. Nah, let's let her handle this one. Why do you gotta yell at me like that? You're just like my old man. Listen, do you know why I'm so angry? It's because you said something wrong, and I think you know what it was. What do you mean? You know exactly what I mean. That old lady is genuinely worried about you. She wants to help you however she can. She doesn't deserve to have her feelings spat on just because you think she's only in it for the mirror or whatever. Why are you saying all this? I know I overdid by saying all this stuff a minute ago, and I know she's actually really nice. It's just, if I wanted to live with her, I'd have to explain it to my old man. Look, I don't know what your dad will say if you try to leave. It sounds to me like you want to take the old lady up on your offer, and you're too scared of your dad to do it. What you're missing is the courage to be honest with yourself. If you want to leave home, maybe tell some adults how you're feeling instead of trying to deal with it all on your own. Us, that old lady, and the people at the church are all here to help you. You said you never lost a fight, right? Well, you don't have to lose this one either. Okay, I'll try. That's a spirit. See, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. Phew, wasn't sure how that was gonna turn out for a minute there, but it looks like all's well that ends well. Yeah, that's one more case in the bag. That's a delinquent sister for you. Indeed, she's a lot kinder than she lets on, if a bit of a busybody. Alright, let's head back. Now I got a little steam there, but I'll leave the rest to you, Spriggan. Hey, no harm done. Alright then, let's go and get Angela, and then we'll head to the chapel to talk everything over. And so they went back to get Angela, then headed back to the chapel. Tony and Mina gave Jed a bit of a scolding, but the three were more than happy to be reunited. In the meantime, Ben and the others sat down with the head of the church, Vicarodian, to discuss Jed's future. And that's why I decided to take the boy in. If possible, I'd like to become his guardian so that he can continue to live with me. I'm sure this would have gone much smoother if I'd consulted with the church first. I'm very sorry for all the trouble. There's no need for an apology. Some of the blame lies with us for not doing more from the beginning. Besides, it should be relatively simple to register him with your name and household. Considering it also sounds like that's Jed's wish, I say we can go ahead and start moving things in that direction. The real problem is what to do about his old man. Yeah, that's going to be the most critical part. Make it sound like you've already got a plan in mind. You gonna share with the class? Yes, if that's true, we'd certainly like to hear it. The way I see it, we got two options. First option would be to hand him over to the police. And the second option, we don't turn him in at all. Wouldn't handing him over to the police be the obvious choice? I think so too. We already have testimony from Angela and the boy himself he was being abused. We even have those recorded statements from when we spoke to the father earlier. He should be held accountable for what he's done. Even if he's brought in, his case won't be tried as a serious crime. If Jed was harmed to the point of nearly being killed, that would be a different story. But because he's mostly been able to attend school regularly, there's a likelihood that his father could get off with a light sentence. If that's the case, and I can understand why we wouldn't want to get the police involved. But you don't plan to let the father get off scot-free either, right? Right. I'm gonna have him sign a contract. It'll guarantee that he not only leaves Messeldom, that he never makes contact with Jed again. Well, it certainly won't be a loss for the community. And if we threaten to expose his other crimes to the police upon a breach of contract, you should have no issue agreeing to our terms. That's a pretty good idea. But it also means that jerk won't have to face judgment. He can start a new life somewhere else like no big deal. Even thinking about it pisses me off. I think it's most important we make sure he adheres to the contract. And to be frank, I'm not totally convinced we'll be able to get him to sign. I suppose we'll just have to rely on a Spriggan's experience once more. I imagine there's no clear solution to this issue. You're all much more closely aware of Jed's concerns than we are, so I'd like to take your perspective into account on the matter. I guess it's up to you, Van. Well, if you want my opinion, maybe we should turn him over to the police so he'll actually have to pay for his crimes. Or do we let him off with signing a contract? I'm guessing contract is gray. Let's get him to sign a contract. I think we should have him sign a contract. I mean, if he gets a life sentence, comes back, and then antagonizes Jed some more, that's no good. Let's make him sign a... Let's get him to sign a restraining order. Choosing what's best for the kid's future has to take priority over meting up punishment to his old man. From that perspective, if he ever tries to get revenge, we'll have an excuse to hand him over to the police. You see where you're coming from. Make a very convincing argument. Very well, the church will move forward as you suggested. So at least we'll remember that. Soon after, Ben and the others arrived at Jed's father's house with the contract already in hand. It stated, the undersigned agrees to leave Messeldom immediately and to never seek contact with Jed or bring him any harm for the rest of his life. Any breach of this contract will result in the undersigned's past crimes being brought to light and reported to the appropriate authorities. The bit about his past crimes is a bluff on Van's part, but Jed's father, sensing truth in Van's claims, finally relented and agreed to sign the contract.
That's one job behind us.
Reward deposited.
Money get a little bit of everything. Aw, Gray is not level 4 yet. What's up? So does that mean you're gonna be living with the lady from the bathhouse now? Pretty much, yeah. I see. That's a relief. You'd better not cause any problems for Miss Angela, okay? It means no horsing around and breaking bases like you always do. Huh? You're not the boss of me. No wonder nagging shrews like you always end up alone. Who are you calling a shrew? Calm down, you two. Just like that, the fights are on. Good to see the kid hasn't lost his moxie, though. I owe you guys big time for setting me straight. But that doesn't mean I have to lie down and take it when these two get on my case. What I'm saying is I got this handled, so shut up and stay out of it, okay? I hear you. Just make sure you do it right. Yeah, I kind of miss seeing the two of them like this. Thanks for helping Jed out, Mr. Spriggan. I thought Jed had mellowed out after coming back, but he's already his usual self again. Still, it's kind of a relief in more ways than one. Really, I'm glad we asked for your help. And then the people in here have moved. We owe great debt to both Arkwright Solutions and the Congregation for the Sacraments. As for Jed's custody proceedings, I will be taking care of the particulars. In addition, I intend to keep a close watch on that father of his for a while. Rest assured that we will see this matter to its rightful conclusion. Good. It's reassuring to know that Jed's guardianship will be in trustworthy hands. If nothing else, we'll do our part to ensure that the road he walks from here on is a bright one. I can't tell you how grateful I am for your help. That extends to the Congregation for the Sacraments as well, of course. Thank you so much for guiding Jed onto the right path. Hey, I may not act it, but I'm still a sister. It was nothing, really. Heck, probably went a little too hard on the kid. Alright. Last stop, the bathhouse, and then we can handle the other 4 SPG.
What a pretty canal. Oh, nothing like a good
Thank
hot
goodness things with Jed have been sorted for the better. Don't you fret, I've taken it upon myself to raise that boy right. He's still speaking with his friends from Sunday school. I plan on heading over to pick him up later. Be sure to drop in for a bath if you get the chance, by the way. We'll always be happy to have you. There's a little bit more dialogue over there, but we'll head to Zekdarms first. Avoiding the, story time. Big Skull's still here. Oh. Oh hey, it's that girl from yesterday. Damn, I didn't come off like I hoped. Guess I really do need some kind of special remover. Ah, what an astounding piece of street art. It'd be a waste for you to erase it all. Nobody asked you, Gramps. Besides, this graffiti isn't supposed to be here. I just sprayed it on like the punk I am. It was kind of a jerk move on my part, so I came back to clean it up. There's a story to be heard here, I take it. Even so, you have a marvelous talent. Have you ever considered redirecting it elsewhere? That may be in your best interest moving forward. Redirecting? Don't act like you know jack about me. My best interest moving forward is for me to decide. Just, you know, I'm what one might call a second-hand salesman. I travel far and wide in search of rare goods. In the same vein, I seek to cherish the connections I form along the way. Won't you allow me to help you, if only for my own satisfaction? As a matter of fact, I have a solvent right here that can get this spray paint off without a fuss. The heck? You're getting sketchier by the second. No, this is simply destiny at work. Let's begin by removing this graffiti, shall we? I do have one more proposal for you, but we can save that discussion for later. You're trying to railroad me, just who are you anyway?
Now then.
I have quite a bit of luggage, so I came over to board the ship I'll be taking ahead of time. While searching around for it, however, I chanced upon this unexpectedly intriguing girl. A child with no place to call home by the looks of things. They must have willed that we meet. I only hope my impact on her life is a positive one. She doesn't seem too taken to, taking.
Come again.
Oh, hey, you're the guys from yesterday. About the graffiti, I figured I might as well get rid of it all myself. So, I'm starting the day off by erasing this piece here. At least that was the plan before this other shady old fart got up in my business. He's an oddball for sure, but he's also a buddy of mine. I don't think you need to be so cagey with him. Wait, seriously? Huh, maybe I'll take your word for it then.
Okay.
To the future. Today's task is to load up the products that were... Oh, that's Gotti. Load the products that are being exported, but first I have to check them. There have been a lot of people on our backs lately, so I gotta verify things on our end too. Detailed work like this isn't exactly to my taste, though. Guess I'll have to let all this stress out by painting the town red tonight. We're only ever on land for so long, after all. Hey, how's the case going? Damn it, even if their staff is in hiding, searching the premises is bound to turn up a mountain of evidence. Already contacted Inspector Daswani. All we need now is a warrant. This tinderbox of a company isn't getting off scot-free on my watch. Illegal experimentation. How can we let such a nefarious company dig its claws into our city? I've already contacted Messeldon PD. We need to mount a raid on this place one way or another. Like I said, my hands are tied. I couldn't even tell you one thing about this company. I get this is an official investigation and all, but that's no reason to pin the blame on me.
Whoops.
You said the police are already on the case. I think we've done enough here already. That is a lie. Looks like all the entrances and exits are blocked off. All the blockades inside are still unlocked. Alright, as long as we use the ducts, we should be able to reach the server room. Get to the server room. Okay, let's get moving. One thing I didn't do. Oh. I didn't do the scanning. Here's some foes prowling around. Should be easy.
There are so many of them! Look out!
Transforming into Groomcat. Yeah. Additional elemental damage and all that.
Displaying enemy stats.
Full armor bear.
Give them your all! Boost gauge limiter unlocked!
Go, Catra!
Transmitting code. Activate. Got it.
I would love to see what their S-crafts are, but let's find out what all their other crafts do first while we build up our S-boost meter.
Lay on the pain, Leon!
Sapphire Blade! Cleave them!
Stop right there.
That bear is
Now's our time
face.
to shine.
Wow, that does not have a lot of range.
Take him down, Celine!
Take this! Grand Serpent! Engaging shield!
I won't lose.
Gotcha!
Like hell you are! Ah, my move now.
Activate
Here's a little more.
Take him down, Celise! Got you covered!
the flames! Repent, asshole! Go, Leon! Activating skill.
Now then. Stay still! Genocide!
It's Jealouside.
I won't lose. Lapis code. Activate. Ban.
Activating skill.
Stop right there. I won't lose. Ha!
Gotcha!
You're next.
Burn. Damage
Make
up.
it count.
Down,
Let's
Celine!
do this! Hogan Orsha!
Ah, it's a selfish damage up.
Give 'em your all.
Lay on the pain, Leon! Got you covered!
Bloom for me. Icarus Radiata!
My move.
Well, we had a fun time, but
Activating skill.
Nice.
Hey.
Moving on up.
I
Prockin
think I've
Fang
grown a little.
Delta. Revelation Quartz.
That's one job behind us.
Reward deposited.
Oop. Nope. Sadly, nothing in the scans here. Mirror found. S-boost made. Are Employee of the Months listed on these? Doesn't appear to be on here. Okay. I'm not sure if we got a prologue MVP. But either way, side quest done.
Okay. Next shift.
See if we can sneak into here without toggling it.
Why, hello there.
Perfect. The air's been getting chillier this morning, but it's nothing we Messedom locals aren't used to. Now then, time to ready up for a good hard day of work. To keep my spirits high, my body temperature is sure to follow. I think I'll recommend some slightly warmer apparel to any tourists who come in today. Dialogue is hard. It's so chilly this morning that we even had a bit of snow. Yes. Winter should be over soon, though, now that it's already February. Once March rolls in, the oceans will warm up, causing the fish to cycle out with the seasons. So make sure to enjoy the winter delicacies of the Northern Sea while you can. We hope to see you again in the spring, too. You did your mission. Oh, I should have turned in the quests. Huh, didn't realize there was a shoot here today. Went around when we came through earlier. God, he's probably been moving the production here, there, and everywhere, filling things the script never called for. I swear this happens every time he gets worked up. Makes me worry how the cast and crew are coping. Well, you've come all this way. Might as well go and say hello. Hey, you three. What new scene you're working on now? Oh, look who it is. Judith! I'm glad you asked, actually. This little snow flurry popped up at just the right time. Picture this. Antonio, the young, handsome businessman who came to Michelle's rescue, is revealed to have been the mob boss all along. And Michelle is about to fall right into his clutches. A twist like that against a backdrop like this, phenomenal. Plus, now that you're here... Huh? I see where you're going with this, Salvatore. Putting both female leads in the scene at once will lend it a lot more impact. I tell you, this woman really gets me. What did I just walk into?
I don't understand. Why are you here, Antonio? Where's Ron?
About that. Neither he nor Golden Blood will be joining us, I'm afraid. Now, be a dear and hand over that key. It's our only hope of foiling their scheme.
No. Ron swore he would come. He said not to give this to anyone but him. He knew the Syndicate would try and take it away. Antonio. You're with them, aren't you?
Gasp.
Oh, come now, Michelle. Don't misunderstand me. I'm a businessman. In our line of work, Mira makes the world go round. Now then, with all those unwanted nuisances out of the way, our plan can finally come to fruition. You fools played right into my...
Hey, Tony. Thought
Classic.
I told you not to let your guard down around the ladies.
Golden Blood? It can't be. How are you still alive? Get her! Don't stop until she's dead!
It is Gotti's work, so...
Now! Right! Take this!
Damn you! You'll never stop my plans!
Sorry to break it to you.
Golden Blood never says never.
We'll stop you no
You
matter
just said
what.
it twice.
And Ron will be right there with us.
God! We got the shot, everybody!
Seeing a movie play out from behind the scenes is more fun than I thought. I could barely even tell the whole thing was off the cuff. What an experience. To think we'd have front row seats to a performance by two of the most ravishing actresses of our time. Maybe dial it back a bit, fanboy. You and me are birds of a feather, Leon. Too bad you didn't come by sooner. I could have given you the full backstage experience. By the by, I understand that Van filled in for one of your cast members. Perhaps I could do the same next time you're in need. Hey, now there's an idea. With a pretty face like that, I could even line you up for a screen debut if you're up for it. Quit egging him on, damn it. That's the actor who didn't show up yesterday. Quite a role they subbed you in for, man. Yeah, it's pretty typical for a Gotti production. You can tell he's big on irredeemable villains. But it's got a different vibe this time around now that he and Lam are co-directing. Hey, what is this? A live studio audience? Quit lazing around. The scene wrapped up, so let's get back on track already. Right, we won't overstay our welcome. Oops, I guess we got a little derailed. Sorry to get in your way, everyone. We'll be taking our leave now. Not at all. You're welcome to visit any time. Our next set of shots are over in the back streets. We'll head that way once everything's packed up. That'll place them right near the underground club. And you've got rehearsals this evening, young lady, so I better not see you saunter in late. I know, you don't need to treat me like a newbie. I've heard talk of a construction job in that area several years back. Supposedly, special attention was paid to the plumbing. Noted. Thanks, Grammy. Damn, your grandma's got some real street smarts. He reminds me a bit of Master Barkhorn somehow. Well, you mustn't let her kindness go to waste. Shall we be off? Yeah. Come on, guys.
What are Judith, Van, and Catra doing with those two, of all people? I just hope it doesn't drag on too long.
I've no doubt this will be a fascinating movie. Seems to be quite the collaborative endeavor.
We'll see. A lot of so-called ambitious collabs don't end up working out that well. But if they pull it off, it'll prove just how skilled the directors and actresses here are.
Look forward to the final product, because I guarantee it'll blow you away.
Let's talk to everybody here. What are you all doing here? Just so we're clear, client confidentiality is still in effect, right? You can't have anyone at the shoot getting wind of what happened last night. You can rest easy on that front. We take our terms of agreement seriously. Unbelievable. The only thing he's sorry for is the fact he got exposed. Well, how things go from here isn't really our concern. It'll all come down to his honest effort, and maybe a pinch of luck. Worst case scenario, I could have gotten stabbed, so thanks for making sure that didn't happen. Never thought I'd take a punch in the gut like that, and from a chick no less. These came out unscathed though, so I won't complain. Thank you once again for your help last night, everyone. The shoot can't afford any no-shows, so Ethan will be participating as planned. That's his responsibility as an industry professional. There's no way to undo what's already been done, after all. Thanks for joining our impromptu shoot just now, Judith. That scene came out great thanks to you. I just hope it wasn't too much of an inconvenience. Don't worry, Nina. I'm already used to this kind of thing. Besides, if we got a good take out of it, then I made the right call as an actress. I'm glad you feel that way. You, Van, and the others have more work to take care of, right? Best of luck, everyone. That's kind of you to say. We'll swing by again once things are wrapped up on our end. Let us make haste, then. We want to squander the well wishes of an A-list celebrity. Be safe out there, everyone. I'll see you at our next shoot after you're finished, Judith. Let's make it a good one. That take just now is incredible stuff. Nicely done, Judith. A little sympathy for those who drag along these unplanned shoots would be nice. And again, your random strokes of mad genius never failed you before. When inspiration strikes, you need to strike back right then and there. That's how blockbusters get made. Letting that crucial moment slip by when you hem and haw over schedules will be put in that cart before the horse. I see. So as through this intuition that so many of your more exhilarating scenes were created. Oh, for the love of... Quit acting like every little thing he does is revolutionary. Gotta say, this beginning year process has me even more excited to see how it comes together. You won't be disappointed. We're gonna keep up the pace and make this picture the hottest new thing since the sun started shining. Right then, time to roll up these sleeves and get back to the grind. Don't forget, this movie is a collaborative effort between me and Director Lamb. I can't have any of my scenes falling flat next to his. We'll need to bring the fire from start to finish. Alright, Judith, it's time for you to show me that last night's successes weren't a fluke on your part. And don't you dare be late for evening rehearsals. You, the fixers, and those two in robes need to go at this with a deft touch. I get it already, Grammy. Just sit back and watch. I'll bring this curtain down my own way, you'll see. You aren't wanting for confidence, at least. But you have a nasty habit of dropping the ball at the 11th hour, so don't go letting your mind wander. Huh, this old lady must be the one Burgard was talking about. I dare say you're right. We've heard much about her being a giant among men, and from the looks of it, those claims are well substantiated. How you make the best of the situation and the intel I've scrounged up is up to you, Judith. Show me how you're going to bring this curtain down. Alright. To the club.
Hey, big boy.
Oh, wait.
I'm getting a reading. You should investigate the area.
A reading of what? This? Where'd this come from?
Hey, wanna take a fishing break?
No. Yeah, we need to turn in our quest because we need to find out what our next reward is.
That's how it goes.
31.
Rank up. Damn, that's pretty generous.
Cosmic Thrust. Huh. Wind and space? That's a new one. The drivers are the ones that are here, right? No, it's actually here. Shoots a compressed force field that hinders foes. H level 3. Oh, hollow level 3. I forgot about that.
Arsenal modified.
There. With Thalos on it, we could toss Cosmic Thrust onto his bonus slot. Guess we might as well do the same for him. Here's Thalos, and give him something else. Yeah, everybody needs at least Thalos for healing. Maybe Breath on a few of the guys. Yeah, she... Move that. Need... She already has Breath, okay, so we can throw that on. And he already has Thalos, so we can give him Breath, so... Now every party member has healing. Good. Now, the only other thing we would be able to do would be to access the Mercian Garden. But that's less entertaining than seeing what happens next in the story, considering we're here.
Grammy said they were doing some work on the plumbing.
Right. Now might be the time to do a shard search.
Ooh, money.
It's reacting to something.
In the bathroom?
Yes, in the bathroom. A single tile. Choosing to proceed will cause the main story to advance. Once this happens, you'll no longer be able to freely move around town. Check the floor tiles. You have a reading. Is there a hidden entrance here? Yep, you hit the jackpot. It's sealed from the other side though, so it's gonna take some elbow grease to get it open. Oh, here goes nothing. Hold up a sec. Studying the matter, Sally's? Don't tell me you're getting cold feet. The hell you think I am? There, I put up a barrier to keep people out. It'll only hold 5 minutes though, so make this quick. Right, thanks. Can't wait to get this over with either. Ah, the smell. I expected there to be a stench, but not one quite this putrid. Escape hatch leads right into Shit Lagoon. Guess we'll just have to hold our breath and go. Actually, from a mental health standpoint, I would prefer to avoid traumatizing myself. Oh yeah, I forgot you could do that. Indeed, this is a purification barrier. It cleanses the area around me and removes any foul odors. Shall I cast it on you all as well? Save for Ben, of course, since he seems so confident he can grin and bear it. Yeah, real funny. Looks aside, that's an impressive spell. It'd spare our noses, not to mention our laundry. Agreed, let's take him up on his offer. No sense making things harder on ourselves at this stage. Split decision, do we accept it or decline it? One way leads to a dead end. Upon descending into the hidden passage, Van and the others found themselves in a pitch-black sewer. Using a series of barely noticeable scratches in the walls as their guide, they gradually made their way forward. Until eventually... Vesseldom Coastal Road. Huh. Ah, so this is where that tunnel leads. Around the western outskirts of Vesseldom, by my estimate. Looks to me like this entire area would be out of view for anyone in the city. All these twists and turns, no sign of civilization. For a good getaway route. What do you know? This thing wasn't reacting at all before. I'm starting to think we missed the mark. We're in the right place after all, then. Whatever the legacy may be, it must have some connection to what happened in Edith. Yeah, we'll be ready for anything. Not sure I follow, but that thing in your hand... We can delve into that matter later. Our destination's nearby. It's not an artifact, it's modern technology, with big quotes around the word modern. I'm sensing something strange ahead. Proceed with caution, everyone. For sure, you guys do the same. So we can access the Mersham Garden from here.
Attack our device!
Finish them where they stand.
Keep your distance when you're attacking!
Dual arts. Dual arts with two elemental affinities. If either element is effective against a target, the enemy will take damage as they normally would from that weakness. Cool. Oh, I didn't scan him.
Of course. It's over. Fire blade. Please then.
Take them down,
Search complete.
Migrating crustacean. Goodness.
Your next solution. There.
Got it.
Have some more.
Give it your all!
Dice you up.
Right there.
Your next solution.
Now's your chance to use skill.
Sucker.
Nice.
You're next. Sucker.
Calling that a challenge would be a gross exaggeration.
Nice going, Leon.
Oh, that's a new thing.
Commence the battle.
Take
Proceed with caution.
We missed.
Don't let your feet wiggle up. You can't hide anything from us. Use a sharp
Nata
upper hand.
Sueso.
Activating skill.
Where on?
Got it.
Oh. Accidental skip.
That
Oh
went
well.
great. You did well, Van, for a requiem.
There's the ocean. Ugh. The wind's blowing so hard out here. What's
Is this a fishing
doing
spot?
all the way out here?
So he's the last remaining member of Almata, huh? I hope we can reunite him with his son.
Yeah, hope so too.
Yeah, fishing. Hell yeah.
Let's do this thing.
Big catch. So I think we're best doing this. It's a 50-50 shot.
There. That's it.
Nice, I got one.
Puffer. Cool. New fish.
Let's do this thing.
There is a different type of fish. 50-50 as well.
That's it.
Nice, I got one.
Crap.
There.
Now
That's it.
Nice, I got one.
Hazelfish. I believe that is all the fish you can catch here.
Now
Gonna do a little drift around. No, maybe I should try doing the big catch. Because it says it's big. Actually, I don't think there is a point. Like, what's so special about the Skygill here and the Skygill also here?
Now
I'm gonna try to catch it. I'm curious to see what's gonna happen if we get the big catch.
There. That's it.
Nice, I got one.
That it's not the fish we wanted.
There. That's it.
Nice, I got one.
Okay. I don't get it. Doesn't look like it did anything. I'll keep the loot though. No reason to give that up.
Keep your distance as you're attacking.
I'm coming for you.
Don't let them see you from
Alright, now we can look at their S-crafts now.
Now's your chance to boost.
Activating skill.
Etch this sight in your mind, because it's the last you'll ever see. Become the maw of hellfire that consumes the darkness. Fiamma Midgard!
Cool.
Well, that was easy.
You had them on the ropes, Elise.
Well, I see. Tentacles going to the ground.
Activating skill.
Now, return to dust from whence you came. Bring forth eternal serenity to a world stained with vice. Niflheim!
Boost gauge limit.
I do like his S-craft quite a bit.
Calling that a challenge would be a gross exaggeration.
Nice going, Leon.
Beetle. It's this thing.
Extremely cautious.
This bastard.
Stay calm and chill.
You're screwed.
Search complete. Activating shield.
Beat it to a pulp. Right. Logging on. Fire. Grand. Serpent.
It's time. Sucker! Catra!
There. Fan.
Give him all.
Now's our time to shine.
Activating shield.
Take this.
Good miss.
Your next Elysian. Theo, we need help.
They have my thanks.
Nice! That went great.
You did great, Van.
I'm coming for you.
Time to close in.
That was a long dash that he had. Good thing I backed quite far away.
Hopefully I got some nice data.
Got a charge pack ready to go.
Great. Yo, found some good shit. Now's our
I'm
chance.
all in.
Don't pass it up.
Give him your all. Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
And our
You
loot
picked the
is
wrong guy to fight.
You
diamond
did
ring.
great, Van.
Ooh, this
Let's see
looks
how I
like a
do.
good fishing spot.
Don't really see anything else around here.
What a lovely little
see how I
fishing
do.
spot.
Nope.
Hey, want to take a fishing break?
Let's see how I do.
You check out the fishing spots in case there's anything new.
What a lovely little fishing spot.
Look out for range attack.
Engaging enemy.
Got a charge pack ready to go.
They're stunned. I'm all in.
Sad I would clear out for that.
Activating. Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
Huh? You picked the wrong guy to fight.
Good enemies here.
Looks like the gang's all here.
Come on. They're stunned.
Your guard
Let's finish the job.
And double kill.
Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
Or there's 6 enemies there. 6 double kill. There were 6.
Huh? You picked the wrong guy to fight.
You did great, Van.
Cage charging, good and done.
Leave it to me.
Force fight.
Use a shard boost to get the upper hand.
Take them down, Celise. Activating shield.
Hey, the burn's
Give 'em
nice.
hell, Arkride.
Damn, inflicts 9 turns of burn. Brutal.
Here's a little more.
You will regret that.
You're next.
Snare them, Bridget. Hey! That's
Theo, we need help.
You have my thanks.
chance.
I love RNG.
Our chance.
Now's your chance to
Blacklist code. Activate. Got it.
Boost level maximum. Activating shield.
It's time. Chance.
Use a shard boost to get the upper hand.
Give him hell, Arkwright!
Literally resend down.
Number, I won't lose.
Activating skill.
Too slow! Got it!
Activating skill.
Right there.
Give him hell!
Give him your all.
Here's a little more! Gotcha! Now's our time!
Activating skill.
Right there. Chance. Time. Now.
Activating skill.
There! Our chance! Got it!
Right there. They're down.
Give him hell, Master's Pet!
Give him your all.
Keep it up.
Logging up!
Fire. Crush.
Nice. Moving on up.
Hey,
Diligence yields results.
roll it for everybody.
Leveled up! Sky's the limit!
Meanwhile, back in Messeldom, they cordon off the district.
Rehearsal, people. I want you to channel that same energy in front of the camera.
Remember to breathe with your diaphragm, like we talked about.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, looks like we have trouble.
The club is just through here, correct?
Yes, the group that infiltrated Zect Arms last night went inside not too long ago.
Troops, move in! Catch those pests no matter what it takes! Once we get my data back and snatch the legacy, I'll make lab rats out of every last one of them!
Out of our way! What in Gehenna?
Dominic is
Hey,
gonna kick
this is
their
a hot
asses.
set! You can't just barge in the middle of a...
Damn, he just punched a random
Look
dude.
here, whippersnappers. I'm not in the mood for your antics right now.
So what? Take a hike, old hag.
Shouldn't have said that. What?
Relax. These prop guns only fire blanks. I'll bet they still hurt like the dickens up close, though. Better hang on to your hats. Can't ask for better extras than this! Dance, puppets, dance! Haven't you ever heard of a rondo before?
I thought yesterday was bad. This job is going to kill me!
Miss Lanster is incredible. Wow! Not to mention,
Hell yeah! Keep those cameras rolling, boys! I want every second of this on film!
What's with that crazy broad?
Ah! Just shut up and get your men in there before the cops show up!
Zect Arms. You'll do as a warm-up.
Voice sounds familiar.
But why?
I don't recall asking for backup. But what the hey? Let's wrap this up.
Is it the church as well? A prop missile launcher?
Whoa. So that's the power of a stigma. Scary.
It's not like we bust him out all the time. And we almost never release it at full power.
We can't delve into specifics, I'm afraid. Just know it's a power far beyond the ken of mankind. Unless the situation calls for it, we prefer not to make use of it at all.
Well, I'm glad you're on our side.
What a lovely little fishing spot.
Let's see, what do we get? Dual art used. Free magic droplet.
Be mindful of ranged attacks. Have a charge attack ready.
Here it is! You're screwed.
Give him your all. Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
Cool, free stun.
Activating skill.
You're next, Elysian!
Activating skill.
Sucker!
You're next!
Sucker!
Calling that a challenge would be a
Soldier's
gross
medal,
exaggeration.
stat down.
Well, aren't you hot
Resistance.
stuff, Leon?
I'm coming for you.
on the ropes, Elise.
Watch it. This place is busting in the back. Burn to a crit!
Let's finish the job.
Don't let up!
Activating skill.
Nice.
Bet you glad I'm here to carry your ass.
As always.
Watch out for ranged attacks.
The blue always makes me think that they're healing off of it.
You're screwed. Killing deck!
Oh, her AoE is not as far as I thought. Shame.
Your next Elysian.
Activating skill.
Too slow. Man.
Activating skill.
Lay on the pace.
Activating skill.
There. I'm going.
Ooh. That dealt a decent chunk of damage.
Theo, we need help. I have my thing. Spin. Here's a little more.
Lay on the pain, Leon. Got you covered.
Sapphire Blade!
Please then.
Let's go.
Activating skill.
There.
Well, that was easy.
You had them on the ropes, Elise.
Let's see what I can get.
Does not look like there is much here, sadly. Got another achievement, though. 300 Sarge skills activated. Alright, another story beat. Bring it. Gotta say, I expect you guys to be so gung-ho about this legacy business. Chasing down wild rumors doesn't seem like your style. Well, the situation is a bit more involved than that. In what sense? This kind of concerns you guys, so I guess you might as well come clean. But how about we send that big lug packing first?
Deploying shark.
It's just one enemy, though.
Use a shard boost to get the upper hand. Go all out.
Now, how shall we strike?
Keep it up.
Give them your all. Boost
Take
speed
'em
limiter
down, Felice.
unlocked.
Got you covered.
There. Your next Elysian.
Might as well Lapis code so we don't take damage.
Activate.
Activating skill.
I won't lose.
Gotcha.
Cross is always so much fun.
Activating skill.
Take him down, Felice.
Here's a little more.
Engaging shield.
Time.
Activating skill.
Gotcha.
Activating shield.
Our chance.
Sucker.
Got it.
Sucker. Chance.
Activating shield.
That takes care of that. Now back to what I was saying. We recovered a bunch of artifacts back during that crap with the Genesis Tower. But before we could bring them back to Arteria, they up and vanished on us. Vanished? Between Dante's and those 3 Garden Overseers, that's a decent number of artifacts. Indeed, during a potential crisis, the upper echelon of the church dispatched us to investigate their whereabouts. That don't exactly bode well. Yeah, but the way those things work, not just anyone can use them. That's 1 plus at least. But there's a chance Almata's artifacts are part of their legacy. We'll find out soon for ourselves soon enough. I'm confused at exactly what
We
this
have a
means.
missing artifact, Almata's legacy, and now the Genesis is reacting to something.
Not the kind of thing we can just turn a blind eye to, that's for damn sure.
I feel ya. Appreciate you guys giving us a hand with this one.
Here we come.
You're screwed.
Can I get both of them here? Hell yeah.
Take him down,
There.
Felice.
Can't let you out of my sight. Go, Leon.
Oh, I didn't get the other one.
Have some more.
Activating skill.
Nice. That
That went great.
Not bad, villain.
Watch it. That one's big.
Let's take it slow.
You're screwed.
Dang it. Bam.
Going all in.
There we go.
Give us hell, Master's Pet.
Oh, can't get them both. Shame.
Take them down, please.
Activating skill.
You're next, Elysian.
Lapsus Code is always the best choice.
Got it.
Get that shield up.
I'll cover you.
Bloody death.
It's written in your future. Like hell you
I think I heard a death blow trigger there.
I'm going. There. Man,
Go all out.
I'll cover you. Dice you up.
Now's our time to shine. There in a day. Go, Leon. Go, Leon.
Oh, I didn't boost for the thingy.
Got it.
Oh no, I did.
Sapphire blade.
Nice. Thought I wouldn't get it.
Moving on up.
Coin bullets upgraded the coin bullets to. And you get his iron power.
Let's see what I can get.
Useful. Ah. There.
What
Out of
a
curiosity.
lovely little fishing spot.
Let's do this thing.
Okay, you just can't toss it super close to you from here.
What? Is this one of Almata's storage sites?
Then we've arrived at our destination. Let us proceed with caution. I could certainly do with a breather.
Alright, who's here?
Whew, that hits the spot.
Well, can't upgrade our the other guy's weapons. Why does he have a rumble blade? Oh, he got a better weapon somewhere. It's the Merchant Garden, I believe. All right, got our mirrors back up. Just for making sure I have some ingredients. And make sure I have a little bit of everything. Be able to upgrade a few of our ordnance. We got quite a bit. Not enough to get to the 4th rank though, sadly. But we can at least open up these cheaper slots on people. So we try to get everybody's 3rd slots open before we go too crazy. Anyone have a specific 3rd slot here? Alright, that's as good as we're gonna get.
Initiating. That's a single element slot. That's a single element slot. That's
What
a
does
single
Revelation do?
element slot.
Increases arts range by 1. Space and fire. Seeing if there's anything that requires space and fire in any of these. Sword Breaker Barrage. Avenging Arts in the drive section. Yeah, there's nothing super special for that, but it is space 4, in case we need it.
updated.
Oh, he needs a EP1 here.
Skills updated.
Because we want to get Guardian. Guardian is Mirage.
Skills updated.
See, what do we have? Breakthrough?
Skills
Might as well.
updated. Skills
Action 1 is
updated.
always important to have. I'll throw in
Skills
Mind 1. He
updated.
could use it.
Commencing maintenance.
She already has Action 1 equipped. She needs Mirage and Earth here.
Commencing maintenance.
Got Guardian. Guess I'll throw Defense 1 off of this so we can put it into the slot down here. Perfect. Sure.
Commencing maintenance.
Maintenance mode engaged. That one's a single element slot. That one's a single element slot.
Oh, we don't have an extra one for this.
That one's a single element slot.
I guess Phantom Start here is pretty good. Don't really know what else to throw in here until we get more stuff to throw in.
Switching to maintenance mode.
So later, I guess. See, we need to get a couple of these. Just buying a bunch of these so we can not have to worry about it later. We only need rank 1s for like Guardian and stuff, so while we're filling out slots,
Switching
we
to
can
maintenance mode.
kind of go willy-nilly with it.
Shard skills updated. Shard skills updated. Shard skills updated. Shard skills updated.
I'll work my That's a single element slot. That's a single skill set changed. That's a single element slot. That's a single skill set changed. That's a single skill set changed.
Oh,
New
aggressive.
skill, huh? Skill set changed.
We don't have an extra Earth yet. We'll leave that slot open.
Skill set changed. Skill set changed. Skill set changed. I'll work my magic.
Activating. Sorry, that's a single element slot.
Looks like we've
That's a
already
single
run out
element
of
slot. Skill set
quartz
up.
for the
That's a
most
single
part.
skill set updated. That's a single element skill set updated. Skill set updated.
Yeah, because we need Earth and Mirage here.
That's a single element slot. Skill set updated.
Adjusting orbment. That's a single element slot. New shard skill added. Shards, that's a single element. Shard skills updated. Adjusting orbment.
Win 3. That should handle what we can do for now. Alright, boss fight. Boss looking room area.
Get a load of that ship. Gives off a real smuggler's hideout vibe.
Yeah. End of the line coming up.
Who are you? How did you get here?
He's got a gun?
Robin Glasgow, right? Look, we don't mean you any harm. I'm a Spriggan. Me and my pals here have a couple of questions we'd like to ask.
Huh? I started working for Almata when I was around 15 years old. Couldn't land any other way to make a decent living. So when the boss said jump, I asked how high. After a while, I was put in charge of managing the goods. Apart from that, they left me in the dark. That might be the reason I got in good with them. Not even Dante's ever tried to do away with me.
You had tenure, in a manner of speaking.
And for a mafioso, you must have been pretty reliable. The fact that you were hiding here on your own for over 2 months is proof of that.
Save the backhanded compliments. Still, I've got to hand it to you for nosing out my safe house. What are you here for, if not to dispose of me? Mira? Revenge?
Your son?
I'm not going to resist either way, so whatever you're after, be my guest.
That look on his face. It's as if he's given up.
Hey, humility is a virtue, old man. You want to make a confession, we'll hear you out.
Huh?
Now, Celise. Let's not complicate matters here. What we want to ask about is Almata's legacy. The Crimson Fragment, to be more precise.
You know about that?
Not half as much as you, by the sound of it. Word is, there's some sort of component out there. Something Almata called the Final Key. The entire criminal underworld is up in arms trying to find it.
What do you want with it anyway? I pray to Adios I'm wrong, but are you aiming to raise Gehenna all over again? Answer me. What do you plan to do if you get that fragment? Do you really want another disaster like Cray Village on your hands?
That's what it is. Supposedly.
Wait a minute. What's Cray got to do with this?
Are you saying its destruction is related somehow?
Setting that nuclear weapon off was pure evil on Almata's part. Completely wiped Cray Village off the map. If the legacy is mixed up in all that...
This thing is setting off more alarm bells by the minute. You must have been in pretty deep with that bomb fiasco, too.
Let's just say even a bottom-of-the-barrel grunt like me has a moral code to live by. I won't let anybody repeat the atrocities committed by those bastards up top.
I see. You possess more of a conscience than I would assume from a member of the Mafia. But that's all the more reason for you to comply. Our work involves retrieving and isolating dangerous articles that fall beyond the bounds of conventional wisdom. I'm sure you realize that we can't just let anyone run rampant with them out in the open.
They can do it behind closed doors.
And then there's all the craziness that went down back in Edith. Don't know how much the two coincide, but if Almata's got anything to do with it, then we need to put the final nail in their coffin ASAP. And I'm thinking you probably feel the same way.
You've got me pegged there. All right, I give. Maybe this is my chance to make good on things.
He's going to die.
Not that I expect to be forgiven just like that.
I'm predicting this.
So you'll help us?
I advise you not petition help from those who are beyond it.
It's those warrior monks from the church. Iscariot!
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Who said you chucklehoods could barge in on us?
I thought I sensed something earlier. To what do we owe the pleasure, Vice Captain?
It is Ascalad, right? Ashlad, I was close.
Mother Celise, Father Leon, I scarcely expected to see you here, much less with that Spriggan. Nevertheless, we have a mission to perform. I must ask that you not impede it.
You've got a mission. What about us? We're not the ones doing the impeding here, bub.
I'm guessing you came for his head?
Correct. This man is to be executed for his misdeeds. Robin Glasgow, as a member of Almata, drove his truck into Cray Village that fateful day. It was you, without question, who delivered the nuclear weapon that visited tragedy upon its inhabitants.
I didn't realize.
But even still, He only did that because he was ordered to. It's not like he knew what he was carrying.
She's right. I had no clue what that orb was about. At least not then. However...
Insane. Those Windsors have gone too far. Thousands of innocent people murdered. Wait, the cargo I was transporting. Was this my fault? Well, look who it is. Splendidly done, Glasgow. Thanks to you, everything went off without a hitch. Now be a good little worker bee and take the next one over to Aracion for us, MK?
Even after learning what it was capable of, I still took that second shipment to Aracion. My family lives an honest life. If I rocked the boat, it would have been them who suffered for it. So I left Taria. She returned to her hometown with our son, while I went back to work.
Damn. That's brutal.
And yet, this does not change how you carried out the plan with full knowledge of what it entailed. Such are the deeds of a heretic. Only in death may you find redemption.
But hang on a minute! He's not the one you should be blaming here.
I feel the same. It isn't worth taking his life over.
I'd save my breath if I were you. Once someone has been branded a heretic, he won't stop until justice has meted out. That does pose a problem, though. We can't wring very much information out of a corpse, after all.
Yeah, could you hold up a little bit?
If it's a scrap you're looking for, come get some.
If you insist on interfering with our duties, then so be it. Two Dominions will present a minor challenge.
You track.
We may need to exert ourselves after a fashion.
We saw those before
Yeah,
in
combat
Aracion.
links.
Yes. Those are multiplex spiritual marks, made manifest through their ciphers. And the Vice Captain's is nearly as powerful as our stigmas.
Hey! Who are you calling a minor challenge?
Damn. No sidestepping this one. These guys ain't messing around, so don't get sloppy out there.
Fine. Let's do this.
There are so many of them. Look out!
I will not allow you to get between me and my hunt.
Let's see what we got. Vice Captain Ashlad. And a few Ascariot monks. Level 22, 23. No idea how this will turn out, but...
Here goes.
Use a shard boost to get the upper hand. Activate skill.
Ooh, lines.
Hell no!
You're done for!
Stop right there!
Yeah, you missed.
I'll make him eat dirt.
Face me!
She S-crafts to apply burn on everybody, right? Oh yeah. Boss is only afflicted by one turn of special burn. Okay.
Give him hell!
Transmitting code.
The guitar is really overdriving.
Got it.
Don't get in our way.
We go for the ads first.
Like hell you are.
You're done for!
Chance.
Keep your guard up.
Let us fight to the end.
Get strong!
Stay put.
I won't lose.
Almost ready for another S-Craft. Oh, that's mean. That's a lot of HP to give back to him. Alright. We might be able to take this guy out.
Don't get in our way!
Dispatching shield.
Holy testaments, protect us.
Now's our time to shine.
Alright, we should be able to get this dude now.
Make it count.
That's one.
You're a powerful foe indeed.
No.
Use a sharp
Give us hell, Master. Dice you up.
That's two. That's three. Alright, all that's left is the main guy. Because
Let us fight to the end.
I can't remember if any of her stuff impedes.
Something's coming. Get ready.
I'll just do a swap just to see.
Taking center, it's go time.
We don't have anything, but Twilight Kiss has a chance of bewitching, so.
Twilight Kiss! Conqueror, your turn.
Not work.
Now's your chance to boost.
Lapis cone.
Refresh a shield.
Activate.
Lost Mobius. And a big heal for himself.
Use a sharp boost to get the upper hand. Give him draw.
Our chance.
Now's your chance to boost. Activating skill.
You're next.
Activating skill. Directing shield.
Now or never.
A boost would work here.
Eat this.
Judith.
Directing shield.
That did like no damage.
Can't beat me.
A boost would work here.
Prowl in the net.
Transform.
It's go time.
There.
Finish him, Van.
Use a sharp boost to get the upper hand.
Give him hell, Master Pet. Now's our time to shine.
O light, slay these demons.
Our chance.
Okay, does not have an HP turn coming, which is what I was scared of.
Activating skill.
Goodness.
Now or never.
A boost would work here.
Make it count.
Criminal.
Goodness.
Now's our time to
He's
shine.
not even incited. Can you just land some damn attacks, please?
Give him hell, Master Pet.
Our chance.
He does like that
Now's
bonus.
your chance to boost.
Theo, we need help.
You'll be sorry.
Activating skill.
Master has taught you well.
Keep it going.
In her holy name.
Give it all.
Dice you up. Our chance. Output maximized.
Your next solution.
Optical cannon. Got it. Locking up. Fight.
Now or never. Ready to roll.
Attack bonus, might as well use it.
Valiant Larceny. Come on. Time for a beat. Keep it going.
Time to turn the heat.
Oh, we still got it. Yeah, she's got it.
Etch this sight in your mind, because it's the last you'll ever see. Become the maw of hellfire that consumes the darkness. Fiamma Midgard!
Your strength exceeded ours.
Last mouthful.
Sky's the limit.
Easy peasy.
These chumps just won't stay down.
Our multiplex spiritual marks seem to be more precise than before as well.
Yeah, but don't count us out yet.
That's enough, all of you. I've long been ready to pay the price for my actions. If this is my time, that's fine by me.
But Mr. Glasgow!
I'm sorry. It breaks my heart getting a youngster like you wrapped up in all this. I don't deserve your protection. Not after all the horrible things I've abetted throughout my life.
Can't say I agree with you there. You've got a price to pay, all right? But is dying really the way to square things out? Even as a member of Almata, their last dangling thread, you hated the Mafia at heart. So instead of running away from your sins, tap into that moral code of yours and make up for them. If you regret what you did so much, when's the last time you left the people of Cray any flowers? Or gone to a memorial mass? We still don't have the whole picture on Almata's money trails either. There's a mountain of questions that only you know the answers to. The way I see it, you've got plenty of work left on your plate.
Van.
Sometimes the bigger the crime, the more we have to do to set things right.
Appealing to morals, are we?
Kinda sappy for my taste. But Master's littlest students got the right idea. Listen up, turd monkeys. This guy's coming with us. Gripe all you want, but we got to him first, and that's all there is to it. You follow me?
Oh?
I won't deny that we've had our spats here and there, but even you must concede that, generally speaking, the Church gives precedence to the party that first took initiative. In light of that, I must insist that you let us handle things from here on out. You can either swallow your pride, or stake it on another ill-fated attempt to intervene.
How uncommon for a Dominion to bring diplomacy to the table, rather than their stigmas.
Oh, yeah? You want to file a complaint or something?
Not at all. We will relinquish this matter, along with Almata's legacy, to you. But be warned, one misstep and we will be there to reassume control.
Understood.
Everything worked out in the end.
Perhaps. Only time will tell for certain.
Hey, he backed off, didn't he? That's a pretty good resolution in my book. Wouldn't be able to take you to see your boy otherwise.
What? You've met Luca? Oh, never mind. You know, I had half a mind to tell you to keep all your preaching to yourself. But I'm grateful you didn't. It'll be a long time yet before I'm able to face my wife and son again, though.
What do you mean?
Like I said before, this is my chance to make good on things. I'm turning myself into the police. That's the only way I can put my family back together again.
Mr. Glasgow.
You're a family man through and through.
Your sentence will be lengthy, no doubt. But you appear to have what it takes to serve it out.
Yeah, get your act together in there. You hear?
It's not much of a start on giving back, but I want you to have this. I can see now that the Crimson Fragment will be safe with you.
So it's something
You
different.
were holding out on us the whole time.
Seriously? You know you really ought to... Wait a second.
Is that what I think it is?
Part of the last Genesis, it's ripped up into pieces. That Grendel is one part of it. It's like the centerpiece.
An antique ornament. And the craftsmanship is incredibly intricate at that. I don't think there's any mistaking it.
The final MacGuffin has been broken into multiple MacGuffins. Love it.
It looks to be part of a Genesis. Much like the one on Van's person.
So you've already heard of them? That's right. This piece comes from a Genesis. The 8th, if I had to guess.
The 8th Genesis?
It's true we never
Oh, it's the
found
8th
it.
Genesis. I thought there were only 7. I always forget
Van,
about that.
what do you make
We were
of this?
looking for 7 more. We already had 1 in our possession.
It was taken apart.
Earlier.
Which means... Damn it. That bastard.
Master Bearguard gave us the rundown. These Genesees or whatever are the things Almata was trying to gather up, yeah?
Correct. Couldn't tell you why, but the orders came straight from Dante's himself. His lackeys spent an awful long time searching for them. But for whatever reason, they never did find the last one. This single fragment was sent to me the day before that whole death game started.
So this is their final key. This crimson fragment. While not an artifact, it is still capable of inducing supernatural phenomena.
I don't know all the details, but it was a genesis they used to create that nuclear weapon, right? This piece doesn't seem to have much power on its own, but I wouldn't take my word for that. The shape tells me that it's a section of the outer frame. Hard to say what would happen if you put all the pieces together.
I want to find out.
Maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree here, but do you have a lead on one of those pieces, Arkwright?
You could say that. It's nothing solid, though. I'll have to fact-check it myself. Glasgow, what can you tell us about the other fragments? We'll take anything, even if it's a long shot.
Well, now that you mention it, there were rumors of something similar over in Longport. Unfortunately, I left all my paperwork on it behind. It should still be in my office back home.
Paperwork? Why does that sound familiar?
Oh! Right! It's probably in that suitcase. We should get in touch with Luca and...
A suitcase? Doesn't ring a bell. By the way, if you don't mind my asking, how exactly did you meet my son?
We ran into him just yesterday, actually.
He was hauling this massive suitcase all over the place looking for you. Pretty darn brave for a kid his age.
We never officially accepted his request to find you, but I guess now we get to deliver some good news after all.
Hold up. Just what are you going on about?
Something is going on.
Like we said, we met Luca
There's
yesterday.
Dutch angling us.
Yeah, he stuffed all those documents you mentioned into a big suitcase and...
We're way off base, aren't we?
My son's name is Luca. But whoever you spoke to, it wasn't him. My Luca only just turned 5 years.
Oh, damn. Seriously?
My fragment now.
That's one of the people that was Harwood.
You!
His face. Isn't that Luca?
The so-called son himself. And that bullet just now.
You kept changing directions mid-flight. The kid's got some kind of special power. The hell's going on here, Arkwright?
We got played, plain and simple. I knew I caught a whiff of something fishy. But I didn't think you'd sucker us in this hard, Luca. You sent us on Glasgow's trail by taking his son's name. We led you straight to him.
Ding, ding, ding! And Mr. Spriggan wins the prize. Still, I'm shocked you caught on so fast. Here I had you figured for total rubes. If you hadn't turned my request down, I wouldn't have had to slink behind you the whole way here. And I worked so hard getting into character, too. Like, why you gotta be such a buzzkill?
What kind of sick joke is this? I don't care who you are with your shifty get-up and your shiny gun. You've got to be real twisted to yuck it up after you just shot a man!
I second that. Why do this right when he was prepared to atone for his crimes?
Get down here, you shit-eating brat! You picked the wrong lady to flex your cheap shots in front of. And now I'm gonna give you the ass-whooping of a lifetime!
Oh no! A big, scary Dominion! I sure hope she doesn't burn me to ashes! As if! You wanna heat things up? How's this grab ya?
Oh, archaisms. hello.
Archaisms?
A whole squad of them. These models pack a punch, too.
And that's not all!
Powering up with that thing?
He enhanced them?
That must be the fragment's power. There are also his irregular ricochets to consider. We mustn't take him lightly, Celise.
Save it for someone who cares. I'm gonna rip that twerp and his playmates a new one.
Ixis the Glinting Bullet.
Guess I should reintroduce myself. The name's Ix. Hope you don't mind me juicing those bots up. Can't get a new toy without trying it out, you know. Better get your game faces on. I'll fill them with more holes than a honeycomb.
He really means to kill us.
Bring it on. It's time we taught this kid some manners.
Yeah, let's take him down.
Oh, he actually hopped down to join us.
Don't think for a second that you can escape the glinting bullet.
Something weird gonna happen during this fight.
Make it count.
Omega.
Here goes.
Alright. We got a lot of crap on the field. We gotta take care of the ads first. And get our shields up.
Take him out.
We had S-Crafts.
Got it. Give me strength. Shield.
That's far enough.
Don't have enough for Laplace code yet. We're just gonna have to keep taking hits, which is gonna really suck.
Just wasting your time, right?
Yes, I know. What else can I do?
We'll make mincemeat out of them.
Initiating drive. Engaging shield.
I wasn't expecting another fight.
You'll be sorry.
A boost would work here.
Not too late to throw in the towel.
See, this might be good.
Activating skill.
Twilight kick.
I got the witch.
Thanks,
A couple
Sal.
of them.
There.
You'll pay for that.
Use a shard beast to get the upper hand.
It's go time.
Give him a call.
I use Vandalize right here. I think I need to use
Bring
it.
it on.
I need to kill these ads.
Full boot activating skill. Boost gauge limiter
Almost.
unlocked.
Like hell you are.
Dance for me, why don't you? Take that.
Now's our time to shine. Someone take over.
Leave it to me.
Activating skill. Boost gauge limit raised.
That's 2 ads down.
That's not good.
I need to get rid of his
should
stun.
stay back.
I'm gonna just do that.
Cat. Catcher, your turn.
That's not as much as I want, but
We need help.
cool. Very nice. Stole his critical turn.
Dance for me, why don't
Jawbreaker?
we go?
Ah, it's
Can't
drugs.
beat me.
It's drugs. If I had
I would exercise
a little bit more here.
You'll never get that.
Engaging shield.
Low health. Watch yourself.
There we go.
Activating skill.
Let's remove those buffs.
Boost gauge limit broken.
Engaging shield.
No more interrupts on our part. From cat down.
There's nowhere to run. Okapa Integra.
You'll pay for that. It's go time.
We can at least get Lapis code up.
Transmitting code.
Doesn't affect Judith, unfortunately.
Activate.
You all good?
Thanks.
Things are a little out of hand. Now, shall I pull out all the stops?
You know, you're just wasting your time, right?
You can get rid of the ads. Life will be easier. Oh.
Placing shield.
That all you've got? Your turn.
Let's rock. You know, you're just wasting your time, right?
1,000? I'm gonna put my faith in her that she can KO this guy. Nice, we got it. Ad's dead.
Not too late to throw in the towel.
I'm over here to provide
Initializing
long
code.
distance AoE healing.
Thanks.
Or defense increase.
Got something for you. See on bullet. There.
Got some fancy animations.
Things are a little out of hand.
Boost level maximum.
Not too late to throw in the towel.
Huh.
You know, you're just wasting your time, right?
There isn't a ton that I have at the moment. Try this. See if he goes after Celise.
Placing shield.
Okay, went after Katra. That's fine. She gets healed up a bit.
Chance.
Here goes.
All right,
Go all out!
come get some.
Over here. All for you.
Now's our time to shine.
Goodness.
Our chance.
Activate skill.
Right there. This is great.
Dispatching shield.
Oh, you're supposed to go after Van.
We have to break through. Goddess.
There you go.
Here goes.
Full boost. Go all out.
Make it count.
Activate skill.
Now's our time to shine. Time to turn up the heat.
Let's save this.
Your next Elysian.
Buffing himself again. He's getting a turn almost immediately, so we wait.
We'll make mincemeat out of
Activate skill.
Here's a little more. I'll protect you. Got something for you. Beyond bullet.
Nice.
My move now. It's go time.
Give us hell, Master.
Make him down, Celise.
Boost level maximum.
Your next Elysian.
Alright, satellite here, because we need it.
I owe you things. Stop.
Activate
Stay still. Finish them where they stand. There.
Give us hell, Master.
Truster! You
One more. Got him.
Time to turn up the heat.
Activating skill.
Etch this sight in your
Okay, bored now. Let's call it here.
That's how it
Says the
goes.
kid whose HP hit 0.
the limit.
I think I've grown a little.
Now, Catra!
On it!
Is that all you...
Oh, crap!
Target recovered.
Smashed.
Not for long, it isn't!
Fun time's over, you little punk.
You're kind of outnumbered, buddy. Even if you're stronger than any individual here.
Aw, man. Game, set, and match, huh? Whatever. We'll stop here and call it a day.
Ix, right? The core to this Genesis. It's with that thing that's been terrorizing Edith, ain't it?
Yeesh, way to put me on the spot. Can't let your guard down around a Spriggan for a second, huh? Suss out any more and it might louse up the plan. Anyway, I did what I came to do, so time to hit the road.
Hey, get back here!
He's gone. For a boy so young, his prowess is nothing to scoff at.
Gotta wonder what the deal is with him and that power he's got. But let's put a pin in that. There's someone else we need to take care of right now.
Yeah. That shot hit right where it counts. Not sure there's much we can do to save him.
Stay with us, Mr. Glasgow. Help is on the way. You just need to hang in there a little longer.
This can't be how it ends.
I'm sorry. I know how badly you wanted to see your family.
Don't think twice about it. I'm just glad I could pass that fragment along. That's one less weight on my chest. Arya, Luca, rest easy. You're safe now. So, be happy. That's all I could ever ask.
Robin Glasgow, may Adius see thee to thy rest.
May thy sins be forgiven, and thy peace everlasting.
Well, the heretic hunters got what they wanted. A shame. They didn't deserve it. Afterward, Ven and the group reached out to the police and Bracer Guild who attended to Glasgow's remains upon their arrival. Discovered among his belongings was a ledger with detailed records of Almata's financial dealings. This proved to be a major breakthrough in shedding more light on their operations. Despite all the bumps along the way, Director Gotti and Director Lamb's collaborative film completed principal photography in Messeldom. Zekdarms, by contrast, was subjected to a compulsory investigation, forcing the company to withdraw from the Republic. And she got away. Although a number of their employees did manage to evade the authorities, the port city was finally at peace once more. Meanwhile, Van and company, having left the rest of the cleanup to the police and the guild, decided to close out one final 4SPG. And so, in a small village just a short ways from town, they delivered Glassow's last words to his family. Worst
Yes,
speculation.
All is proceeding smoothly. However, I suspect that the boy in my report has ties to the man in question. It is imperative that we keep him and the Beast of Crimson under surveillance.
assuming he's talking about
That was more of a
him.
blast than I thought. Sure, there were some hiccups, but it wasn't too shabby for my first job. Uh-huh. Look, I get it already. Don't sweat it. The fuse is lit and the party's just begun. It's on us to pump things up, Yorda.
Act 1A, Port Capriccio End. Collective Genesis. That's a new menu. We're gonna be losing some of these, aren't we? 600 Mirror has been placed in your account as a reward for completing the Almata's Legacy 4 SPG request. We will take it. Who's the employee of the month?
Gotta keep this up. Can't complain with that.
Dial S for Spriggan. Achieve Nesric in any chapter from Act 1 onward.
Nothing to it.
Okay. How are you an employee now? 3 and 9 has been added to the archive. So this is just the book, right?
3 and 9.
It's actually
there once
narrated.
lived a boy who was raised to be an
Probably
assassin and a
paraphrased.
tool for an entity called the Organization. He was given the codename 3. His partner was a young girl, codenamed 9, and the two of them carried out their missions together. But all the while, 3 was secretly planning his escape. However, 9 caught on to 3's plans and betrayed him to their overseer, a man known as the Emperor. 3 awaited death at the hands of his partner, but it did not come, for 9 had struck the Emperor instead.
You're the one who's been there for me the past few years. You, S. That just means you need to fight twice as hard. You're living for him too now.
Moved by 9's words, 3 resolved to flee the Organization with her and keep her safe from their clutches. They once again came face to face with the Emperor, now wielding a powerful artifact. The battle took every bit of skill and cunning they had, but it was their trust in each other that gave them a fighting chance. Then, at the end of the battle,
We're no longer anyone's tools, and will never force anyone to be ours.
You're the last person we're ever going to kill.
Farewell.
thus the Emperor was defeated at last, and 3 and 9 had won their freedom. Now, with a new lease on life, the two began their next chapter together by embarking on a journey all their own.
You slap our save down and continue. We have a second route we have to complete. Act 1B, Substitute Spriggans. Thankfully, nothing went wrong. Going right to the 27th, which pretty sure was the first day before anyway. We'll view how it starts and then call it from there. It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
Who
Shit.
the hell are these kids? They just won't let up.
Give it up already.
You might want to listen to him. There's no throwing us off the scent.
It's like I told you before. I would never scam a soul, I swear.
Oh, you don't need to act dumb. The fact that you're even trying means you already are.
What else do you expect from a third-rate crook? You left so much glaring evidence behind that we stopped bothering to collect it all partway through.
Snot-nosed little. I'll show you third rate.
Nope.
That adds attempted assault to your charges. Feel like digging this hole any deeper?
It's too late to backpedal now that you've put your true colors on blast.
Okay, fine. I'll admit it. But hear me out. I've got a proposition. Let me go free, and I'll give you half of my take. What do you say to that? Besides, what's wrong with pulling one over on some lousy ex-convict anyway? They deserved it.
Who won't let up now? How long their rap sheet is makes no difference. Fraud is fraud.
Don't get me wrong. I could go for the extra pocket change, but it wouldn't be any fun to play with dirty money.
Oh, brainless brats. What are you planning to do with me then? Hand me over to the cops? Or the guild, maybe? Try it. And the bastard who put you up to this is gonna be in for a world of hurt. Once a scumbag, always a scumbag, no matter how reformed they are. You really expect them to live the life of a normal person? Not in a million years!
Letterbox.
Once a scumbag, always a scumbag. I guess we can't argue with that.
Yeah. Run as you might, the past has a way of catching up to you.
But the second someone tries to accept it and move on anyway, you think it's cool to talk smack about them? That kinda ticks me off.
Turning over a new leaf takes commitment. If you want to spit on that, we're not going to let it slide.
Stay away!
As if we turn you into the guild or police. Those namby-pambies would let you off way easy.
You took things outside the law, and they'll stay there. We know plenty of other discreet ways to do a petty criminal in.
What's with you two? Why would you side with them, of all people? I even held back on making a move until that meddling Spriggan left town!
That's where you went wrong. You took a stupid chance based on some half-baked intel.
I mean, yeah, the guy you're talking about is out of the capital, but that's why he's having us fill in for him.
We're
that's
what
the
you
deal.
might call substitute Spriggans.
Flashback. 5 days earlier. Substitute Spriggans? Us? Temporarily, yeah. What do you think? I think some advance notice would have been nice. What would we have to do exactly? Just like it sounds, you'd be acting as my proxies. That means taking on any 4SPG requests that crop up while I'm out of town. This office here would be yours to use as a base of operations. I'll even hook you up with some contacts of mine that you might find handy. Sounds like a pretty good deal, actually. Think of 4SPGs as a way to get the lay of the land, make connections, and gather intel. Heck, they might even help you pick up some dirt on whatever it is you're looking for. That's how I'd approach it anyway. So that's what you meant by substitute Spriggans. Does make sense. Yeah, I considered doing the whole part-time assistant thing again. With how long I'll be gone, this felt like the better option. Plus, with them taking care of the place, you won't have to bother. You guys can handle it just fine, right? You've got a lifetime of experience to fall back on, so the requests themselves won't be a problem. But are you sure it's okay for us to be playing Spriggan? I mean, don't you guys have some special style of doing things? To an extent. You don't have to take on every 4SPG. Once you do, there's no hard and fast rules on how to get it done. Those parts will be 100% up to you guys. That said, whatever you end up doing, just make sure it's something you can live with. At the end of the day, that's all our style really boils down to, and I always follow it as best I can. I see. And... well, I'm sold. We'll take you up on your offer. Starting today, we're your new substitute Spriggans. Since you're both still finding your footing in Edith, I'll lend you as much support as I can. You've got school to worry about. I'll keep it within reason, just enough that it doesn't interfere with my studies. Hey, it's your education. For what it's worth, we'd appreciate the help. Yeah, you can show us the ropes, Aggie. Of course, I'd be more than happy to. We'll hash things out in more detail tomorrow. In the meantime, there is a free room upstairs. Should be fine for you to crash there a while. The man running the beach club downstairs is the landlord, right? We'll ask if he's okay with it. Either way, it'll take a day for us to head back to the inn and get our luggage together. Guess that makes this TTFN. See you tomorrow. TTFN. Well, I guess that's today's Google session. TTFN meaning flang. Thanks, Google search. Ta-ta for now. Especially in British English. I have never heard this saying before in my life. Ew, and I thought yesterday was busy. For sure has been a lot going on lately. Feels like last year all over again. Yeah, well, personally I don't miss having to dig my way out of mortal peril every 5 seconds. The only digging I want to do right now is into that creamy Coke pudding I've been saving. It's gone. You can pretend otherwise, but I know Van would be the first of us to jump headlong into danger. My pudding! Van? It's gone. Oh, tell me this isn't happening. Wait, what's this note? Thanks for the pudding. It was delish. Nadia. So she wasn't messing around. That little sneak actually ate the damn thing. And it was only available for a limited time. Sob. I'm gonna miss him while he's away. But at least things won't be boring around here. Back in the present.
I was starting to think I'd never catch up.
Oh, there you are, Aggie. We just nabbed us a sleazy shark.
Already? That must be some kind of record. Although I probably shouldn't celebrate quite yet.
Cough up the Mira.
But I already gave back everything I took!
Oh, we're not talking about that, silly. You still have a compensation tax to settle.
Okay, now that's extortion.
What?
Just because you made things even doesn't mean you made them right. Now get to it before you wind up a human pincushion.
Should I start with the right side or the left? Choices. Actually, why don't I let you pick? See? Aren't I just the sweetest?
Stop! Whatever you want, I'll pay it. Just please don't kill me.
Makes you wonder who the bad guy is in this scenario.
Act 1B, Substitute Spriggans. Alright, the client got the mirror back with interest. That's one more request in the bag. Another job well done, you two. I know the plan was for me to walk you through Edith and some forest PGs, but turns out you never needed it. I suppose there wasn't much point in me tagging along. I wouldn't say that at all. You around, I only have to make half as many snappy retorts at Nadia, and that's priceless. Oh, so that's what you meant. You help with plenty of other things too. Like that con man. You wouldn't have caught him half as fast if you hadn't picked up on him. Yep, it was a total cakewalk thanks to you, Aggie. Really? That makes me feel a bit better. But you know, we can take it from here for today. You still have prep work to do for the festival, right? Yeah, go get on with that. The two of us had this down pat. Well, if you're absolutely sure, I'll come back later tonight and bring you some snacks. You really don't have to put yourself out for us. Not that we'd ever say no to free eats anyway. Have fun at school. Bye. Phew, finally. Little Miss Chaperone has left the building. Now I could spend my whole day slacking off. And that differs from any other day, how? Well, for one thing, I won't have Aggie giving me grief for bumming around. Ever consider not bumming around? And here comes Elaine.
Odd.
Sorry, nobody's home. Arkwright Solutions is on extended vacation.
Hardly convincing.
You're that bracer.
What part of vacation did you not get? If you're looking for Van, he's still out of town on business.
Oh, I'm well aware. He's filled me in on the whole situation, including the two of you. Temporary arrangements aside, I shouldn't have to tell you that Spriggans don't take vacations.
You heard the woman.
Aw, and after we just got rid of Aggie, too. So long, Easy Street. It was nice knowing you.
What brings Petey's blade here? I can understand if Van were around. This has nothing to do with him. Rather, I have a request to make of you in particular. Not specifically? You subcontracting the way people do with Van? Not quite. Technically, this would be more a collaborative effort. I'd like your assistance with a case I'm working on. Now I'm even more confused. What kind of help could we offer one of the guild's top racers? Let me explain. Ida's orbital network is currently experiencing minor delays and interruptions. They aren't quite frequent enough to constitute a major problem just yet. But something similar occurred last year in Basel, and it turned out to be far more severe than initially assumed. With that in mind, we can't afford to leave this matter be. I'm not too caught up in that incident in Basel, but wasn't Almata the one behind it? Yes, of course, I realize it's unlikely that this is anywhere close to that scale. But that doesn't mean some other criminal isn't employing a similar method. So this is a troubleshooting job. Wouldn't someone else out there be a better fit for this sort of thing? Heck, there's a famous super hacker here in Edith who's been in the game since the Orbital was born. Yes, we know. The girl you're referring to is otherwise engaged. In fact, it was she who directed me to you. That explains it. Jeez, Ren, throw us under the bus much? So how about it? Is this for SPG to your liking? Better reschedule your slacking appointment, Nadia. Fine, whatever, I'm a big girl, I can do stuff when I have to. And hey, we might find a clue about the you-know-what we're looking for along the way. You know what? It's settled then. Our great solution substitute Spriggans are on the case. Looking forward to working with you, Elaine. The pleasure's all mine. Well, no time to waste. Mind filling us in on what you know so far? Unfortunately, there isn't much to go on yet. The Communications Bureau representative didn't send us a specific report on the network failures, however. If you don't mind giving me your contact info, I can forward it to your Zyphas. Sure thing. Yeah, I'm down.
Contact information exchanged. Data transmitted and synchronized.
Nothing about these numbers struck me as conspicuous. I don't see any obvious patterns either. All I can really glean is that occurrences are limited to inside the capital. We'd probably figure something out if we had a larger sample size. You're not wrong, but these service problems are just infrequent enough to keep us in the dark. Indeed, which gives us every reason to believe they're being done deliberately. Yeah, something definitely feels off about this. We just dealt with some orbital network trouble ourselves a little bit ago. You mean in the Merchant Garden? I'd say it's less dealt with and more still dealing with. Maybe I'm off the mark, but do you think it's related? The Merchant Garden. I've been able to access it myself. Whether or not has any bearing to this case, however, may be difficult to determine. Don't quote me on this, but I'd say the probability's pretty slim. On what basis? The Merchant Garden's got a wide service area with coverage across both Calvert and Orid State. But only the capital's having issues leaving us with a bunch of pieces that don't fit. I don't know if anything's changed now that the signal's been hijacked. But the Garden's original main service probably in Orid where Marduk's headquarters is. In which case it wouldn't make sense for Edith to be affected before Orid. Pretty much, yeah. If you ask me, we're dealing with something totally different here. I see. Your reasoning is sound. Say we narrowed our search down to Edith, what locations would you suspect? Well, going by the data, the delays and interruptions are popping up all willy-nilly. It's almost like someone doesn't want us to dig deeper, so they're randomizing the values to throw us off track. Meaning what exactly? If the location and frequency of these outages are being manually controlled over the whole city, then we should be able to narrow down the source of the interference. Now I get it. There are only so many places in Edith that could emit an orbital signal that strong. Which leaves Trian Towers our most likely candidate. And with that, we have our destination. You know, I got a funny feeling that this was all just one big test. But yeah, I guess you're all set now. Happy trails, hope it all goes well. You're not getting off that easy. Aww. The two of you are exactly as Fee described. He told you about us? Oh yeah, I heard she was in Edith for a little while. What'd she say? In brief, that you were very capable for your age, and that your dynamic never failed to warm her heart. Capable I get, but where'd that second part come from? What kind of impression did we leave on those guys? Aw, what are you getting all huffy about? I don't think she meant it in a bad way. It sounded more to me like she was calling us a perfect pair. You're entitled to that opinion. Still, it works. You and me do make the perfect pair of partners. I guess we'll have to buckle down and prove her right. That's one interpretation, not the one I would have gone for, though. I can't help but be reminded of how we were back in the day. Man would always try to worm his way out of things, and I'd have to be the one to drag him along. Something on your mind? Not at all. Now, let's head over to the Tree and Tower in the 3rd District. Ah, fine. Off we go, then. Before we leave, you did remember to bring it, right? You mean the thing Ag gave me? Yeah, I've got it. Genesis, right? The Octogeneses. 8 devices left behind by Professor Epstein. Plus a sentient hollow and the Grendel. Almost sounds like a fairy tale. I wish, but they're all too real. Now I've got one more in the mix. That dark red Grendel, so sinister looking, almost like a beast. Maybe you got a long-lost brother, Van. I seriously doubt it. Real threat, that's for sure. My gut keeps saying it's something that shouldn't exist. Yeah. Then there's the way things got all paranormal on me. But what do you mean? It's hard to describe. Imagine my memory's a little hazy. Can't say how, but it would have something to do with the Genesis. You two just be careful while you're out there, okay? No promises, but sure. We'll keep our eyes peeled for any ghosties and ghoulies. Hey, I'm being serious here. Nadia, Swin, you should take this with you. A Genesis? But this is your great-grandpa's. It's yours to remember him by. Are you sure you'd feel okay leaving it with us? Between my studies and this school festival, my schedule's a lot busier than usual. So I'm not sure how often I'll be able to help out. It's more for peace of mind, really, but think of this as a good luck charm of sorts. Did you say these things have triggered strange phenomena? You did say these things have triggered strange phenomena before. Alright, we'll hang on to it. We promise to take extra good care of it. I want you to have one too, Van. You don't even know if they'll react without you around. But if it makes you feel better, then why not? Might as well, seeing as the 8th Genesis is still out there somewhere. Don't worry, put it inside Marquis Bear Mark II for safekeeping. Maybe now we'll get to run into something paranormal ourselves. I sure hope not. You have a bit of time to spare. Is there anywhere you'd like to go beforehand? Now that you mention it, there are probably some new forest PGs posted. We can just put those off until later, though. On the contrary, it'd be best to take care of them sooner rather than later. I'd even be willing to lend a hand. You would? I thought Spriggan business was below you, A-Ring bracers. Propriety aside, my involvement will speed up the process. And while I know it isn't the same as if Van were here, I would like to take this opportunity to see a Spriggan's day-to-day myself. Well, if you're sure it's fine, we could use the help. Better yet, we can go solo and get a hands-on look. If you need me, I'll be taking a nap upstairs. Nice try. You're no fun today. He's no fun any day. At any rate, I'll leave the particulars of our agenda up to you two. Anything urgent we had should be wrapped up by now. Though the guild's request can take top priority. If there's room for a few more, that's fine too. Alrighty, let's get cracking. Now, gonna click that. We're gonna head right back upstairs. Office desk and all that. Now, next time, I'm thinking we'll do the Martian Garden 2nd level. But until then, have a good night, and until next time.